You guys seem to really find something there, especially in the second half.
We talked about that in the first half, or the halftime, that we needed to get the ball to Brooke on the inside. That's one place that they were not getting us stopped. And then she, took it to them, and, she got some offensive rebounds. She just was really strong inside the paint for us and posted up strong. So, we just got to continue to do that all the time and not wait for the second half. We need to start that in the first half as well.
Turnovers, I thought, that was one of your better evenings of the year with turnovers. I only had a handful, I think around 9 or 10.
We did take a little bit better care of the ball. We knew what defenses they were going to be playing on us. So, we just let the game come to us. But, our shots just weren't falling. We just, those types of things. And, we just got to do better.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker here pregame tonight. Scott City takes on Hayes, and this is a team that's had a really good season so far. They're 8-4. One of their few losses in recent weeks was to Goodland in the orange and black, and they've had a pretty good run here this year so far, beating some pretty good teams along the way here. But as you take a look at this team, what really stands out with you on Hayes?
They've got a couple of 6-footers down on the inside that work hard and battle to post and rebound, so we're going to have to really take care of that. But even more than that, they've got some really good athletic guards that can handle the ball. They can drive to the basket. They can shoot the three. So, we're just going to have a good all-around defensive game out of all of us.
This is a game where you're playing a 5A school, and they're a team that, like I mentioned, they're pretty lengthy, and they've had some success here this year. What are some things you want to do maybe to try to slow them down here a little bit tonight?
We want to play our game. We don't want to get a run-and-gun game with us. We got to really take care of the ball and not commit those turnovers and lead that into some of their offense. We just have to have our hands up and be ready for them to shoot, but we also got to be down, ready to defend the drive and make sure we have help side on the back.
And Brooke is not going to be the biggest player on the court here tonight. That's kind of unusual for you, but they have a couple of 6-footers and even a 6'2" post player down there. What kind of challenges does that present for you guys?
Brooke's going to have to work, extra hard to get her move. She's going to have to really make a move. She's not just going to be able to turn around and shoot over top of somebody. The other thing she's going to have to really work on is if they do really have her stuck and that kind of stuff, not to force it, let it come to her. And she's going to have to find the girls on the outside and get them some open shots. Like she got a lot of assists in one of the games with Sterling. She's got to continue to do that and find other options in case they stop her scoring.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker here pregame tonight. Scott City takes on Hayes High, part of the winter homecoming. And Coach, thank you again for the time here, and best luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Unibird Events in Scott City, Florida. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bringing starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Let's go 3 minutes, please. 3 minutes.
How do you describe your career?
Rewarding. It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Chambliss Roofing has you covered since 1993. They are prepared for any job like maintenance and repair, an upgrade, or a new install. They provide the best customer service for residential and commercial roofing. Looking to upgrade to a metal roof? They can do that as well. If you have any existing damage or are looking for a roof that will last for years to come, don't wait to get a free consultation. Visit their website, chamblissroofing.com, by scanning the QR code on screen now.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD.
Points and 6 rebounds, so that's about half their points. Katie Lindenberger, also a solid sophomore at 6 foot. They do have a lot of size. They'll bring in Jillian Sheldon as well. She's a 6'2" junior. She has started at times this year as well. They got a lot of height there, but they're long and they're athletic, and that's kind of your typical 5A, 6A school is what you see from Hayes High coming in here tonight, and be in for a tough battle for the Lady Beavers if they want to pull off a big victory here tonight. But maybe it could be in the cards. We'll see. But Lady Beavers are going to have to rebound a lot better here tonight if they want to have a chance to pull off a big victory here against the Hayes High Lady Indians. Also, you just take a look at Hayes, their schedule. Probably one of their bigger wins of the year came the second game of the year when they knocked off the defending 6A champion Washburn Rural Junior Blues there, 37-33 in the Hayes City shootout. That was a defending 6A state champions, and that's a very solid program out of Topeka there, Washburn Rural. But they've also beat a pretty decent Great Bend team. They beat Garden City by 9 and lost to Goodland by 7, lost to Liber by 9, Wichita South 7, and lost by 3 to Northside Arkansas, Fort Smith Northside. But those 4 losses are all state-ranked teams there. So, and Hayes has been ranked at one time or another this year as well. So they've gained a lot of respect. They're kind of in the 6th spot right now, I believe it is, in their postseason standings in Class 5A West. There'll be a pretty tough matchup tonight for Scott City, a team that, Lady Indians, they have hit 48 threes in 12 games this year. They shoot about 26% from behind the arc and shoot 65% at the line. For Scott City, it's going to have to come down to rebounding. They really struggled rebounding the other night, just 21 rebounds against Cimarron, and it's a night where Cimarron out-rebounded to Monodum on the glass, especially in the first half. But what a career night for Brooke Strine, a double-double for her once again, 28 points and 10 rebounds. A great night for her. She's a 6'1" senior, and then of course Erica Felker really struggled from the floor, just 8 points. She had 7 of those after halftime, and she averages 14.7 a contest. And Scott City averages 4.5 points a game, but they've really shot the ball well, but really struggled against Cimarron. They just shot 16 of 43 and were only 1 of 9 from behind the arc on Friday night, so that really hurt them. Their shooting and lost to Cimarron the other night there, but it's a team that is still pretty good. They're pretty competitive throughout, and just wasn't meant to be against Cimarron on Friday night, who probably played one of their better games of the year. And we saw that from Michaela Miller with their 26 points and 15 rebounds in the win over Scott City on Friday night. So we'll see how Lady Beavers can bounce back. They'll have 2 more home games coming up Friday night. They'll host Ulysses, and then they'll host Lakin next Tuesday. And after Friday, it's all 3A sub-state potential opponents from here on out. With Lakin, Holcomb, Colby, Goodland. After Friday night, it's 2 at home and 2 on the road for the Lady Beavers and Beaver Boys after Friday night. So this is a pretty busy or big home stretch here throughout the rest of the season here. Should be an exciting night here. Of course, winter homecoming. They'll do the crowning of the homecoming king and queen out in between the girls and boys games. Once again, the candidates, the king candidates, Thad Butler, Adrian Elder, Nathan Roses. Also for the queen candidates, Briley Bennett, Delaney France, and Jonna Sowers. So they'll be out there along with the attendance as well in between games. Should be a fun night here and a good crowd here for that here in Scott City. Well, final game day of January. Hope you're staying warm. As I mentioned, this is the 5th meeting between the Hayes High Lady Indians and the Scott City Lady Beavers, as Hayes leads the series 3-1. We'll step away here for this timeout here, as we'll have the starters, keys to the game, and the opening tip-off. We'll do that after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results,
I'll let you know when to bring it back here.
in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Northern Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return.
The administration of KSAA Community High School asks you to enjoy the game. Your job as a fan is to watch and cheer. Please remember, with sportsmanship allows the players to coach, the officials to appreciate, and the players to play. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and pay honor to America and her troops at home and abroad. And directed by somebody. Plays our national anthem.
Six-foot sophomore at 8 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. Molly Martin is a 5'8 sophomore. She averages 12 points and 3.5 rebounds a game. Also, Carly Lang, she is a 5'5 senior, averages 11.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. Jillian Sheldon, she is a 6'2 junior at 6.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. And the fifth starter is Aspen Melvin. She is a 5'5 senior at 1.5 points and 2 rebounds per game. So once again, it's Katie Lindenberger, Molly Martin, Carly Lang, Aspen Melvin, and Jillian Sheldon. So Hayes going to a bigger lineup here tonight than what Scott City would normally see from an opponent. For the Lady Beavers of Scott City, it's Amy Filker, the head coach in her third year, assisted by Aaron Myers. It'll be Brentley Stevens, the 5'6 junior, averages a half point, 1.6 boards a game. Kendall Gentry, she is a 5'3 sophomore, averaging 4.2 points and 3 rebounds a game. Brooke Strine, coming off a career high 28 points on Friday night, the 6'1 senior, averaging 15.6 points and 8.8 rebounds per game. Also, Eric DeFelker mentioned the 5'6" junior, 14.7 points, 4.7 rebounds a game, and Cheyenne Kramer, the 5'9" junior, at 3.4 rebounds and 3.4 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Brindley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer, the starting 5 tonight here for the Lady Beavers of Scott City. Let's move forward here to the keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trower. We go the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think the first key is got to improve on the rebounding from last week. That's the first big key. Second key is guarding the perimeter and not allowing especially Martin and Lang to get a lot of open shots. Those are your big 3-point shooters on the Hayes team. Those you, and also Claire Humphrey off the bench. And once again, those are your keys to the game. Officials Jason Johnson, Nathan Morris, and also Craig Walmsley here, your officials here tonight here in Scott City. Lady Beavers tonight are going to wear the home white uniforms with the dark blue numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. Hayes High in those maroon road uniforms, white numbers and letters and the gold trim. As Nathan Morris to throw it up, it'll be Strine and Lindenberger to tip in the center, as it is going to be won by Hayes High. I almost said TMP, but same community, wrong school, and I might get in trouble for that as we're underway. Scott City opens up at a 2-3 zone up top with it. It'll be Carly Lang. They'll swing it around right side to Molly Martin. Lang, left side goes to Aspen Melvin. Melvin back up top to Lang. And Melvin left side, left baseline, the short corner. And now thrown away right to Brooke Strine's hands. Scott City's forced to early turnover. Lady Beavers did a much better job taking care of the ball last week, or Friday night against Cimarron. A season low 10 turnovers there, but on cue, the turnover is a steal by Martin. She'll go around Gentry, missed this layup, and Brindley Stevens collects the board for Scott City, so no harm done there. Both teams have turned it over once, make it twice. Scott City pickpocketed that time by Molly Martin, and she'll put it up and scored and won. With 7:12 to go first quarter, 2-0's your score. Kendall Gentry commit the foul her first. As Martin to the line where she has 77% on the year as a team. Hayes is 65%. So Martin with 2 early steals. She had 5 points 10 days ago against Beloit. Too strong on the free throw. Felker collects her first board of the night for Scott City as they trail 2-0. Opening minute here in Scott Community Events Center Winter Homecoming. Hayes in man-to-man defense. Stevens up top to Cheyenne Kramer. This is a team that'll be pretty much in your face with man-to-man defense, and Scott City almost turns the ball over, poked out by Carly Lang, and it'll stay with the Lady Beavers here with 6:55 to go, first quarter. Felker to trigger it in, finds Strine, goes to her left, up and under move, nice move, banked too strong, rebound tipped. Last touch, they'll say, by Kramer, it'll belong to Hayes High. So Scott City had a good look at it, just could not get it to drop in. 6:49 to go first quarter, 2-0 for Hayes High. They have the ball back. Out of the Western Athletic Conference, they're going to get a new school here in a couple of years. That bond that they passed includes a new high school gym. Scott City will head to Hayes to play next year, part of the 2-year contract with the Indians. Right side, out high, Martin. Back up top to Lang. They'll swing it around left side to Melvin. Scott City's been pretty good in their 2-3 for his couple of possessions. Short corner left to Jillian Sheldon. She'll drive the left baseline, wrap around to Molly Martin. Right corner, 3, too strong. Backside rebound to Aspen Melvin. And the rebounding woes continue a little bit for Scott City here in the early going. And now into Sheldon. She'll reel it in eventually left side to Carly Lang. We're 2 minutes in. 2-0 Hayes with the lead and the ball as they'll reset the offense with Lang, the 5'5" senior, running the point. This is a 2 senior starting lineup, just 2 seniors on their team, a junior and 2 sophomores in the lineup. Into Sheldon, then left side. Here's a 3 for Lang. Good. Her 7th 3 of the year gives Hayes the 5-0 lead with 5:45 to go first quarter. So they worked it into the 6'2" Sheldon and then kick out for the open 3, and Scott City's going to throw it away. Their 3rd turnover in 4 possessions. Down the floor it goes to Lang. She'll get underneath the basket. Stepping back is Martin for 3. Too strong through the hands of Scott City, and a whistle and a hack off the rebound. And Hayes with the 2nd offensive board here at 5:29 to go first quarter. They're going to get that on Erica Felker, her first. Scott City's 2nd foul, and Coach Amy Felker sends a sub in early on here. It's going to be Avery Lewis checking in for Brinley Stevens. She'll play up top in that 2-3 zone here. They'll lob it in the paint to Lindenberger. Her jumper, no. Rebound, Sheldon over the top of Felker. And then here's the left side, Melvin three. That one rimming in and out, but rebound this time collected by Strine for Scott City. Lady Beavers down 5-0. 5:13 to work first quarter. Need help, and they almost turn over Kramer. Wanted to dump it in, but now he gets it stripped out high. Keeps the dribble. It was deflected into the backcourt, kept alive by Scott City as they haul it back in the front court. 5 minutes to work first quarter. It's Kendall Gentry that goes left to Erica Felker. Felker up top. The left side, here's Gentry from 17. Too strong. Rebound, Strine. Follow, no. And the rebound into the hands of Jillian Sheldon for Hayes. Had a couple good looks that time, but Scott City unable to connect. And here's a right side three, rimming off for Lindenberger. And another backside board. That's already 4 offensive boards. And that shot won't go. And Scott City with a rebound for Kendall Gentry. Scott City has 4 defensive rebounds. Hayes has 4 offensive boards. Driving in, losing the handle of it was Avery Lewis, and Scott City commits turnover number 4 as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. In is going to be Claire Humphrey, a 5'5 senior. Mackenzie Metzger checks in for Scott City, the 5'5 sophomore. So, well, maybe not. I was going to say at the time, both number 15s were going to check in simultaneously, but Metzger stays down, and now Coach Amy Felker is going to send her in here eventually here with 4:15 to go. Still 5-0. Lindenberger drives left side. Her layup is good for her first basket. 7-0, 4:08 to go first quarter as Hayes applied some full court pressure. Cheyenne Kramer with it. Now to Erica Felker right side into the front court. Gets it into Strine, mid lane, all right. Backside to Gentry. She'll launch a deep three. Short rebound in the paint, loose, and then trickles out high and ends up in the hands of Hayes. We got a push before on Hayes. That'll be their first team foul with 3:49 to go first quarter. That'll be on Claire Humphrey. Hayes will bring in a couple of subs. It'll be Riley Dreyer, a 5'7 sophomore. And also in Melvin back in there. Ball knocked out off the inbounds as it'll stay with, Melvin back in there. 3:48 to go first quarter. As mentioned, Mackenzie Metzger in for the first time replaces Cheyenne Kramer. 3:48 first quarter up top. Mackenzie Metzger with the dribble. Hayes staying man-to-man. She'll drive right side. Well, Metzger steps back, finds Strine at the foul line. Looking to drive in. Hayes' shot is blocked by Lindenberger, but Felker saves it, and she'll lay it up and score it. And Scott City's on the board here with 3.5 to go first quarter at 7-2. Good hustle play there by Felker after the Strine miss. Hayes with the ball up 5. 3:20 to work first quarter. Left side to Claire Humphrey. Humphrey off a screen out high to Dreyer goes right. Carlene Lang. Lang bounce pass right corner to Aspen Melvin. Back up top it goes to Lang, guarded by Avery Lewis. Entry feed almost denied. Lindenberger has it. Now has to go right out to Melvin. Melvin is going to drive in. Now weaving her way in is layup up and too strong, and 2 free throws coming up as Dreyer is going to get 2 free throws with 3:01 to go first quarter. They'll say they're going to get that on Kendall Gentry. That's her second already, and the team's third. 2 free throws for Riley Dreyer, scoreless against Beloit 10 days ago. She averages 1.5 points and 1 rebound off the bench, is 75% at 3 and 4 on the line this year. Her free throw is good and makes the lead 8-3 for Hayes. As Brinley Stevens has to check in, Gentry checks out with 2 fouls. 0 for 2 from the floor here in the early going. Scott City is one of their first 6. Second free throw also good as Hayes is now 2 of 3 at the line. They're also 3 of 10 from the floor, and they lead at 9-2. It's around under 3 minutes to go first quarter, and Hayes knocks the ball out of bounds. Lindenberger knocks it out for Hayes. She was wearing those, I wouldn't say they're kind of bright pink, but they're bright enough. Felker to inbound it in, does so to Brinley Stevens right at half court, finds Strine, and Strine's going to take this one all the way. Stops, lets Lindenberger go by, and then banks it home for her first basket. 9-4 with 2:48 to go first quarter. And so Scott City answers back. They're back to within 5 once again here. 2:40 to work opening quarter. Now driving left with it is Lang, looking to feed it in but can't. Goes right side to Humphrey. Humphrey guarded by Felker, tightly out high. Felker does have to be a little careful. She is already committed to foul. 2:25 to go first quarter, up high to Humphrey. Front. Lang that time, and now lob and go to Lindenberger. The layup is good. Lindenberger with last 2 field goals for Hayes. She has 4, 11-4, and then a steal in the layup. No, that time for Dreher, but the rebound goes to Hayes to Melvin. And now a 3 in the right corner is good for Dreher. She has her 5th 3, and it's 14-4 with 2 minutes to go first quarter. Already 5 offensive rebounds and 5 turnovers for Scott City in this opening period. And a whistle and a timeout for Coach Amy Felker. Wants to settle the troops down. It's going to be a full. We'll take it as well with 1:54 to go first quarter. Hayes out to a 14-4 lead on Scott City. Back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball.
The Scott Recreation Commission.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics, skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
14-4. Hayes is out to a good start. They have forced 5 Scott City turnovers. They also have 5 offensive rebounds in this first quarter. 1:45 to go as Felker drives in, draws the contact. It'll be on the floor, even though the basket went in. Second team foul on the Lady Beaver, or on the Lady Indians, Riley Dreher, her first. She has 5 points off the bench for Hayes. Team that shoots 26% from 3 is Felker to inbound it. Finds Cutting Brooks drawing the back to Felker, steps back and fires the right corner 3 short. Tries to get on rebound, tipped up in the air and then into the hands of Aspen Melvin. It already has 4 boards in this first quarter. Scott City's second 3-point attempt. They're now 2 of 7 from the floor. Hayes is 5 of 13 and they throw the ball away into the corner. Turnover number 2 on Hayes. They lead 14-4. They're going to keep that full court pressure applied here with 1:27 to work in the opening 8 minutes of play. Get it into Erica Felker, and she'll race down the middle. Has 3-on-2 numbers, but has to be careful as coming in from behind is going to be Martin, who pokes it from behind, but then loses it out of bounds. Scott City dodges one there, and they'll keep the possession, or the 1:21 to go opening period. 14-4 your score. Inbound into Strine, who catches it. Now drives the left baseline and dribbles it off her foot. Turnover number 6. Had the right idea that time. Sheldon used the baseline as an ally, and that time Brooke just running out of real estate there and ended up dribbling it off her foot as she was running out of room. 6 first quarter turnovers on Scott City as they're in the 2-3 zone, down 10. Final minute of this opening quarter, almost a steal. Out high, Aspen Melvin now they go to the right corner. Ball faked by Humphrey. They'll work it back up top. Around the perimeter left it goes to Melvin. Melvin left corner to Dreher. Dreher works her way up top, up right to Molly Martin. Martin holds it. 45 seconds to work first quarter. Hayes will spread it out, have a 4-out look, have one in the middle there. Sheldon, left side to Melvin, high left. As Lynn Melvin in his 3rd season tells him spread it out once again. There for a while, the Hayes High Lady Indians had 3 head coaches in 3 years. But Melvin trying to solidify that and this 3rd season. 20 seconds to work first quarter. Crossover dribble. Dreher drives in now to Lynn Melvin. That's going to be a foul on the floor. That'll be the 4th team foul on Scott City. If that's on Erica Felker, that's her 2nd. And unfortunately for Scott City, it is. So Kendall Gentry 2, Erica Felker with 2, and that insult to injury. Scott City's point guard and ball handler up top is out with 2. Brinley Stevens checks in. Katie Lindenberger in for Hayes. Also Carly Lang for the Lady Indians. Inbound in left side to Lang. So Scott City playing with Pretty young lineup. Sheldon left baseline to Lang. 8 seconds to work first quarter. And now we're back to Lang from Martin. Now in the paint to Sheldon. Dump underneath. Here's a bank shot good for Lindenberger. She has 6, and that's how your first quarter ends. Hayes High Lady Indians lead 16-4 after 1. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
Life is all about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Gooden and the staff at Scott City.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at Scott.
And pivots to avoid the 5 count, and just gets it to Strine to avoid the 5-second count. As Strine has it up top with a couple of dribbles. Lady Beavers playing without a couple of starters with 2 fouls. Erica Felker and Kendall Gentry and a whistle. And they're going to get a push underneath on Jillian Sheldon. That'll be her first. Team's third for Hayes. Hayes was led in that first quarter by Katie Lindenberger in 6. Also, Riley Draylier off the bench with 5. Scott City had Brooke Strine and Erica Felker each with a basket. Scott City did not score for the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter into Trout. She'll pull it back out, and then pass is thrown away. Turnover number 7. Down the floor, here's Lang. Her layup is crawling off and crowded. And also, Lindenberger collide. They're going to say last touch by Lindenberger, and it'll belong to Scott City. And they're going to get a foul on Katie Lindenberger as well. It's her first. Team's 4th. So Scott City does not give up the points or they force a foul. Both teams have 4 fouls, and now Stevens, as trap, finds Brooke Strine. Strine will take it into the front court and jump stop, and then tries to throw it to Megan Trout, who does catch it. Now to Avery Lewis underneath, who pivots. Her shot too strong. Rebound, fought for, still loose, and it's into the hands of Lindenberger, and a whistle, and we get a timeout for Hayes High. It's a 30-second timeout here with 7:04 to go first half. And Scott City missing one from right underneath the basket. They trail 16-4. Basketball presented here by Winterland Farms, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, Tri-Pack North America, Original Grande, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, and Security State Bank. So the Lady Beavers really struggling here early on, down 16-4 here in the opening minute of this second quarter. And missed a couple of opportunities to score in this period. Had some good looks, but just couldn't quite finish. It'll be Lady Indian basketball at the timeout of Scott City will set up in the half-court set. Up top, Carlin Lang goes left to Molly Martin. Back to Lang, goes right to Claire Humphrey. Scott City sets in that 2-3 zone. Lang left side to Martin. Martin back up top to Lang. Lang guarded by Lewis out high. Goes right side with a pass to Humphrey. Back up top to Lang. Left side to Martin. Martin back to Lang. Lob it into Lindenberger right side. Here's a 3 launched. Short for Humphrey. She's one of their better free throw or 3-point shooters as Brooke Strine collects the rebound for Scott City, her third of the half. Lady Beavers down 12. They have not scored here in the last 4 minutes. Strine with it. She'll try it too with a foot on the line. No. Rebound tipped out last touch by Megan Trout. She tried to get it around Humphrey, and it'll go back to Hayes. 16-4, no scoring here as we're nearly 2 minutes into this second quarter. Both teams are 0 for 2 from the floor. Left corner. Skip it over right side now at high to Lang. Correction, that's Martin. Now to Carly Lang. Lang will drive right side, lob it right baseline to Jillian Sheldon. Her baseline jumper too strong, and Megan Trout with the backside board for Scott City. That was Sheldon's first shot attempt of the night. 5:45 to work. Avery Lewis, nice crossover dribble, and they're going to call her with a charge. They'll say she pushed off Lane, and that'll be Lewis's first. Scott City's 5th foul and their 7th turnover, as they're still stuck at 4 points. They're on a 5-minute drought as Aspen Melvin is in. Also back in is Mackenzie Metzger replacing Brinley Stevens. Scott City stuck at 4 points right now here. Turnovers have killed them. They have 8 turnovers here in this first half. Hayes just 2. Then lobbing in Lindenberg, and we got a whistle, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball. I think they're going to get a push off on Sheldon underneath. Says the official Nathan Morris, and they do get it on Sheldon. That's her 2nd and the team's 5th. And so that's the first Hayes High Lady Indian with foul trouble as they'll bring in, go a little deeper to the bench, will Lynn Melvin. He'll bring in a 5'11 freshman, Zoe Winter, who averages 2 points a game. She'll replace Sheldon. But Hayes will stay man-to-man full court press. Scott City has not played Gentry or Erica Felker here in this second quarter. They've been on the bench since the first quarter with 2 fouls. Trying to bring it into the front court. She does with a pass now to Avery Lewis out high. She dribbles behind the back, uses upper dribble, needs help. Finds Kramer left side. Almost pulled the trigger on a 3, but quickly guarded by Winter. Now here's Mackenzie Metzger right side to Trout. Good post up by Strine. She'll go to the right. Bake it with contact and a foul. Strine with 4, and Scott City with the first points for either side in this quarter. 16-6 with 5:12 to go first half. And the foul is going to be on Katie Lindenberger. That's her 2nd. Oh, no, correction. That'll be on Molly Martin, her first. Team's 6th. And Strine knocks down the free throw and pulls Scott City to within 9. 16-7 as we approach 5 minutes to go first half. Hayes High with a 9-point lead in the ball. Lady Beavers go to him. Well, they'll stay with the zone here. I thought first they may go man. With it, Winter at the foul line. Left side, Melvin turns down the 3, quickly guarded by Trout. Good rotation so far on the defense for Scott City. Right side out high to Molly Martin. Now back up top it goes to Carly Lang. She'll drive left lane line. Her scoop shot will sneak off. Rebound over, Lindenberger got it over top of Kramer. And a right corner 3 for Martin. Rims in it out. Tipped but right into the hands of Melvin, who puts it in. Scott City could not box out twice that time, and the ball just happened to bounce the way of the Lady Indians, and they make it 18-7 with 4.5 to go first half. And Melvin with her first 2 of the night. In transition, Kramer's layup is good. Nice shot that time for Kramer. First basket, 18-9, 4:20 to go second quarter, and a good answer back for the Lady Beavers. Hayes had 3 looks that time. They got the third one to drop in. Right side to Molly Martin. Martin with the 4:05 mark of the first half. Up top to Lang. Back to Martin. She'll drive right baseline. Almost dribbled it out of bounds. And now here's a 3 on the way from Melvin off the heel. And Cheyenne Kramer with the board for Scott City. And all of a sudden, Scott City, a little momentum here in this quarter. They have a chance to inch a little closer here with the 3:48 mark of the first half. Metzger brings it into the front court. And uses up her dribble, now finds Megan Trout into Strine, catches it, goes to her left. She'll drive in, pulls up, bank shot wide left, and the backside board is Zoe Winter for Hayes. 18-9, 3.5 to go second quarter. Hayes with the lead. And the basketball. Last year, the Lady Indians would win 49-32 over Scott City. As Hayes is going to take a little air out of the ball here with 3:20 to go first half. Nobody guarding Martin out high, and then once Metzger gets within a couple of feet there, she moves the ball around. That'll spread out the defense here a little bit more at 3:05, and Hayes content to keep this a lower scoring game, even though they average 48 points a game. They're going to do that to work an open shot, and they do right side for 3, bouncing off for Klang, and nice rebound by Trout for Scott City. Scott City have the chance to get it to within 7 here. As Metzger with it, spin move up top, goes right at the pass to Trout. They get it into Strine, power dribble backside. Here's Avery Lewis. She'll take the 16-footer, too strong. Rebound, Strine gets it. Tough way. Now Kramer for 3. Straight away! She's got it, her first 3 of the year. And it's a 6-point game with 2:23 to go first half. And Scott City working hard there after the missed shot in the offensive board, 18-12. And so driving in here Lang right side, and here's Molly Martin with an answer back three. Rimming in and out again, and Megan Trout with the board her third, and Scott City can get even closer here. They're on an 8-2 run in this second quarter with under 2 to go first half. Metzger spin move left. She'll go right with a pass to Trout. Weaves around the perimeter. Into Strine has great position. Her layup. Oh, she left it short. Tried to get her own rebound, but ripped away by Lindenberger for Hayes. 18-12 is your score. 100 seconds to go first half. Martin will push it across. Left baseline. Lindenberger for two. No. Shooting woes continue for Hayes this quarter, and a foul, and that'll send, I believe, Kramer to the line for a 1-and-1. A foul on Zoe Winter, her first. Hayes' 7th team foul. Hayes is just 1 of 9 in this quarter from the floor, as Kramer will head to the line for a front end of a 1-and-1. They bring in Riley Dreyer, do the Hayes High Lady Indians. Also Claire Humphrey back in. Kramer just 2 of 6 at the line this year. Trying to make this a 5-point game. Oh, that one rims in and out. Strine almost had the rebound, but it'll bounce in the hands of Carly Lang. Scott City 1 of 2 at the line this half, trailing by 6, but showing a little more fight here in the second quarter, finally getting some of those shots to drop home. Minute 20 to go first half. They work it up top to Humphrey to the Hayes High Lady Indians. Carly Lang back up top to Humphrey. They're working around the out high to Aspen Melvin high right. Melvin up top now between the circles to Lang. One dribble, pass right to Melvin. Final minute of this first half. Scott City on an 8-2 run this quarter to pull to within 6. It trailed 16-4 after one winner. Nice backside cut. Right underneath. Puts a shot too strong, and we're going to get tie up. And it'll still stay with the Lady Indians here with 55.1 seconds to go first half as Brinley Stevens in. The official telling her you got to go all the way to the half-court stripe to check in, as she will replace Cheyenne Kramer. 55.1 to go first half. To lob it into Zoe Winter, now right side. Almost a travel there. Lang up top now to Dreyer. Dreyer back to Lang. Lang holds it back to Dreyer. Pump fakes. 45 seconds to work first half. Lang crosses over dribble. 40 seconds to work before halftime, and Hayes may just pull it out for one shot. 18-12 for Hayes. They lead Scott City here. Down to 25 seconds to work before intermission. Dreyer with it up top. 18 seconds to work. Back over goes to Carly Lang. Lang holds it 13 seconds. Scott City has whittled this deficit from 12 down to 6 here in the second quarter. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 up top. Here's Aspen Melvin at 4. Lang turns down the 3, drives left side, stripped out of there by Megan Trout, and it goes out of bounds with half a second to go first half. That was a big strip that time by Trout, a good defensive play. And they're going to bring in Sheldon. You know they're going to lob it into her. Now, if you're Scott City, you may try to force a foul off the block here with a half a second to go. You don't want to send her to the line, even though she is just 32%. They bring in Sheldon. She does have 2 fouls, and you know where they're trying to go. They do go into Sheldon. She'll put it up and make it off. And that's the end of first half. Scott City outscores Hayes 8-2 in that second quarter, and they have made it a ball game, 18-12 at the break. Hayes High with the lead over Scott City. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Bad if you're not a phone expert.
main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance, because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Hayes was the better shooting team in the first quarter. Scott City ended up being the better shooting team in the second quarter, as Lady Beavers had outscored Hayes High Lady Indians 8-2 in that second 8 minutes. They would come back into the game. They're back to within 6 here at intermission at 18-12 is Hayes' lead over Scott City. I'm Adam Kadavy. Here is tonight Scott City trying to snap a 3-game losing streak here, and also 2-game losing streak to the Hayes High Lady Indians. Hayes has led the entire way. They jumped out 7-0 before Scott City got a basket, and then a 7-0 run did in the first quarter as well for Hayes. They led 16-4 after one, and boy, early on things looked pretty bleak for Scott City with Kendall Gentry and Erica Felker on the bench, each with 2 fouls. And in fact, neither one of them played in the second quarter, but Scott City was able to get Hayes in a little bit of foul trouble with Sheldon with 2 fouls, the 6'2 junior post player. And Scott City was able to finally knock down some shots here in the second quarter, as Lady Beavers would outscore Hayes 8-2. Nobody scored for about nearly the first 3 minutes of the second quarter. Scott City would score an 8-2 run. They would pull to within 6 at 18-12 at the break. First half numbers look like this for Hayes. They were led by Katie Lindenberger with 6, 5 for Riley Dreyer. Also 3 for Carly Lang, Molly Martin, and Aspen Melvin, each with 2 points in the first half for Hayes. They had 2 fouls. They had 3 turnovers, just 3 turnovers. Both teams really cut them down, especially in the second quarter. 6 steals for Hayes. Their full court pressure really gave Scott City fits in the opening 8 minutes. They did end up with 14 total rebounds, 8 on the defensive side and 6 on the offensive side. For Scott City in the first half, it was Brooke Strine and Cheyenne Kramer, each with 5. And 2 for Erica Felker, so only 3 Lady Beavers scoring in the first half. As Scott City did have 5 fouls, they had 8 turnovers and 1 steal. They had a total of 12 rebounds, 10 defensive, and 2 offensive rebounds. We'll get to some other stats here in 2 minutes. Scott City and Hayes battling here tonight. Winter homecoming, 18-12, Hayes with the lead. We'll come back after this 2-minute break. This is Scott City Lady Beaver basketball.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech,
and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva AgriScience, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
Welcome to for over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. They're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, they're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track. Contact Farm Bureau agent Neil Baker in Dighton at 620-397-5345 or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
All right, we'll be back here. Halftime, 18-12 for Scott City, trailing here at the break to the Hayes High Lady Indians. And let's run down some of those other stats. First half, Hayes was 7 of 24 from the floor, and that was 29%. They were 2 of 9 on threes, 5 of 15 on twos, and 2 of 3 from the line. Scott City was 5 of 16 from the field at 31%. 1 of 3 on threes and 4 of 13 on twos, and just 1 of 2 from the foul line. We'll run down some other stats here. We'll come back in 90 seconds. 90-second timeout. This is Scott City basketball.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers! Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
And Sheldon had 2 for Hayes. Gentry to inbound it. She'll get it into Felker in the front court to begin this third quarter. Now into Strine. Goes to her left, drives in, takes it strong, lays it up. No, rebound right into the hands of Carly Lang, who pushes across. 5-on-3 numbers for Hayes. In transition, Lindenberger layup wide to the right, and then almost wrestled away by Gentry. We're going to get a tie-up, but it'll still stay with the Lady Indians. Scott City, both Hayes and Scott City, missing their opening shots, but Hayes will keep the possession on the tie-up. So we're just seconds into this third quarter. They set a screen for a straightaway 3 for Martin, and she buries it. The double screen out higher, 20-second 3, 21-12, 7:35 to go third quarter. Hayes' third triple of the night. Scott City's only hit 1. That does not include their old-fashioned three-point play in the first half. As Strine with it up top, goes left to Kendall Gentry. Now left baseline to Cheyenne Kramer. And ball poked out by Lindenberger. It'll still stay with the Lady Beavers. Time the official almost hit Gentry in the face with the ball. Accidental, of course. So into Strine, faces up. Sheldon drives in, shot. A lot of contact and let it play through in the backside board of Lindenberger. So Scott City trying to get Sheldon into her third foul, and they haven't been able to yet here in this first minute of the second half. Hayes with a 21-12 lead in the ball. Scott City had it to within 6 at the break. And then Hayes broke about a 5-minute scoring drought with the three to open up the half. The scoring here in the half. Lang with it. She'll drive left side. And back up top to Dreher, work it right side to Molly Martin. Martin with 5 points in the game, drives in, reverse layup. No, a lot of contact. Oh, that was a very late foul. Strand had already had the rebound when they whistled Erica Felker for her third foul. Was it a foul? Probably so, but the frustrating part about it was how late the whistle was blown. 6:39 to go, and Martin hits the free throw. She's 77% on the year. 1 of 2 there at the line tonight, and makes it a 22-12 game with 6:39 to go as Avery Lewis will check in for Felker. That was it's not that the foul was committed, because that was probably the right call, but just how delayed the call was after Strine had the rebound already, and Lang has all 5 of Hayes' points. She now has 7, and it's 23-12. 6:39 here in the third. Inbound into Strine, goes right to Avery Lewis. Lewis holds it, and now passes too high, and Scott City has their 9th turnover of the night. And we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Amy Felker. I think she just wants a 30. We'll see here. With 6:33 to go, third period. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here just to kind of settle the troops down. Basketball presented by Scott Pro, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott City Eyesight, Road and Big Green Agency, Richards Financial Services, R&R Pallet, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, and Precision Ag and Seed. Coach Amy Felker also had an opportunity to tell the official, I don't agree with your call. And rightfully so, Felker with her third foul there, and now has to sit down here with 6:33 to go third quarter. She has just been limited to 2 points tonight, and it's really had back-to-back tough games here. Hayes' ball out of the timeout after the Scott City turnover. Over left side out high to Lang. She'll work around Gentry. Now right corner to Melvin, up top to Martin. She has all 5 of Hayes' points this quarter. Now to Lindenberger. Bounce pass right side to Melvin. They're working around the perimeter left to Lang here with 6:14 to go third quarter. Right baseline to Sheldon, short corner. Now a high right wing to Aspen Melvin. Back it goes to Martin. Martin head fakes, drive in, kicks it left corner. Here's a 3. Too strong. Sheldon with the rebound, throws it up and scores it over the top of Avery Lewis. He get 25-12, 5:56 to go third quarter. As that time, Lewis couldn't quite box out Sheldon, and Scott City will take it into the front court. Hayes with already 4 rebounds this quarter. They've now out-rebounded Scott City 18-12. Nice up and under move. Strine goes up, and she draws the contact on Sheldon. Her third, the team's first of the half, and Strine will have 2 free throws coming. And finally, it took a while, but Scott City finally got Sheldon into her third foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Strine. First is knocked down. 25-13 with 5:40 to go third quarter. Sheldon out, back in is Claire Humphrey. We're here on KSKL Scott City. Second free throw for Strine, who has 6. Oh, that one rims in and out. And Hayes with the rebound to Melvin. They have now 5 boards in this quarter. Scott City yet to commit to grab a board this half. 5:29 to go third quarter. It's a 7-1 run Hayes to begin this third quarter as they lead at 25-13. And working around right baseline. Here's Lang. Bounce pass left corner. Here's the Martin three. Oh, that went halfway in and out. And Avery Lewis grabbed the board. Martin's three. That literally went about 2/3 of the way in and then popped out. Lewis with it running the point here for Scott City. She dribbles it right. Now uses up her dribble, needs help. Trying to find somebody. Does find Kramer to avoid the 5 count into Strine. Catches it, and then she is fouled. That'll be the second team foul on Hayes with 4:58 to go third quarter. The foul will be charged to Katie Lindenberger. That is her second foul. As Lewis trying to inbound it in, does so right baseline to Brooke Strine. She looks to drive it and then gets the ball poked out with 4:54 to go third quarter. And it works well for Scott City there because that was a tough spot there for Strine on the court as official, I don't know, find some confetti or some trash on the floor. I don't know what it is, but official Walmsley then hands it over to Coach Felker, who promptly disposes of it on the front row of the bleachers there behind the bench. Lewis to trigger it in, does so to Kramer. Kramer looking to bounce it into Strine. Has great position, goes up, bank shot, tough angle, no. On the backside board to Carly Lang. Scott City 0 for 3 here to begin the second half from the floor. Actually, Strine has been the only one that has attempted any shots for Scott City with 4.5 to go third quarter. A trio of Lady Beavers to check in. Next dead ball, left side. Here is Martin, and she'll draw the foul and get 2 free throws. That'll be the second foul on Scott City this half. Get Avery Lewis with her second foul. Cheyenne Kramer, her first. It's a foul on the floor as in for Scott City will be Megan Traum, Mackenzie Metzger, and Erica Felker returns with 3 fouls. 4:29 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers down 12. It's been a 7-1 run for Hayes to begin this third quarter. Go backside. Here's Lang with it. Now we'll skip it over left side to Humphrey. Back up top to Martin. She has 5 of their 8 points this quarter. 5 of their 7, excuse me. Near the midway point of this third stanza. Scott City down by a dozen. Left corner, Humphrey head fake on the 3. Back up top to Martin. Back over right side to Melvin. Then back to Martin. She'll launch a 3, and it's no good. And a rebound to Brooke Strine, her 5th board of the night. So Martin has attempted all but 2 of Hayes' shots this period. Felker with it at top, weaves her way around. Now she'll drive right side. Almost walked with it, and that ball knocked out by Lindenberger. That was kind of a break for Scott City because Felker almost walked with it and then threw it into a double team, poked away. It'll stay Scott City ball with 3:42 to go third quarter. Scott City hasn't had a field goal in 6 minutes, and they won't as a steal. As a layup by Martin is good. 27-13, the largest lead for Hayes tonight with 3.5 to go third quarter, and Scott City commits turnover number 10 on the night. Metzger with the dribble up top, gets it poked away by Martin out of bounds. As Coach Amy Felker is going to send in Kendall Gentry here to replace Metzger, excuse me. And out is Molly Martin for Hayes. And Kinley Winter, a 5'5 sophomore, in for the first time. And Zoe Winter, a 5'11 freshman, return. I think Scott City would be glad that Molly Martin's out of there for Scott City, or for Hayes, rather. Here's Felker, nice up and under move, and they're going to call a whistle and a foul on the floor. That'll be the third team foul on Hayes this half with 3:14 to go third quarter. Thank you. Okay. That's the first foul on Kinley Winter, first team's third, and Strine off the inbounds with basket, her 8th, and it's 27-15. 3:07 to go third quarter. Scott City ends at about a 7.5-minute field goal drought. 2:58 to work third quarter. Scott City back to within a dozen here. And underneath, driving right side, stuffed by Strine on the Lindenberger shot and rebound Strine. Scott City can get this down to a 10-point game, but they throw it away in transition. Leading the way is Humphrey. Right corner it goes. And now back up top here with 2:35 to work third period. Left corner, here's a tough 3, and it goes in for Claire Humphrey. 30-15 with 2:27 to go third quarter. It's a 12-3 run for Hayes this quarter, and they have a 15-point lead. 2:20 to work in the stanza. Felker with it, looking to drive in. She'll take it to the rack, split the defenders, leaves it short, but got her own rebound. She'll go up, and she is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. And that'll be team foul number 4 on Hayes with 2:12 to go third quarter. The foul will be charged to Claire Humphrey, your first. Felker to the line for the first time. Scott City 2 of 4 at the line tonight. Felker's first shot, good. 83% on the year, makes it 30-16 with 2:12 to go third stanza. Molly Martin, also Zoe Winter in there, and also back in is Riley Dreyer for Hayes High as a trio of Lady Indians check out. Felker gets the second one to roll in. She has got 4 points and is back to a 13-point game with 2 minutes to go third period. 30-17 your score. As up top with it now is going to be Winter. Here's a layup too strong, but the follow-up, that's going to be a foul. And 2 free throws for Zoe Winter. I'll get Scott City with their third team foul of the half with 1:57. The foul on Avery Lewis, that's her second. 2 free throws coming up here for Zoe Winter, who's 55% on the year as a team. Hayes tonight 4 of 5, and that one misses everything, and they're now 4 of 6. And second free throw pending. It's on the way, crawls in. She hits 1 out of 2 for her first point. 31-17, 1:57 to go third. As Scott City trying to inbound it is Hayes with full court pressure. Erica Felker trying to drive left sideline, and she draws a foul out high. That'll be on Winter. That's her second, Kinley Winter, and the 5th team foul on Hayes this half. As Avery Lewis to inbound it for Scott City. Down by 14, minute 53 to go third quarter. They had it to her then 6 at the break. It's been a 13-5 run in this third period. They get it in a stride. She'll take it left side. She will lay it up and score it. She now has 10 in the game, 31-19 with 1:46 to go. This has been a good game for Strine as we're down to 100 seconds to go third quarter. 31-19, Scott City has it back to within a dozen. They get it to the right block to Winter, and she will lose it out of bounds. And Hayes just their 4th turnover of the night. A team that averages 14 a game is Katie Lindenberger in for Zoe Winter. This is a pretty young Hayes team that I think is going to be pretty good down the road. Scott City should be pretty good as well. They just have 1 senior, but Lewis trying to avoid the 5 count, but she does not, and Scott City commits turnover number 12. Both these teams fairly young. Just 3 seniors on Hayes' team. Scott City with just Strine. Of course, next year the return trip for Scott City to Hayes. Minute 30 to go, third period. They'll go left side with a pass to Molly Martin. She'll drive the left baseline now, kick it back up top. Here's a 3 for Dreyer, and she'll knock it down. She only had 4 threes all year, and she has hit 2 of them, and it's 34-19 with 1:20 to go third quarter. And it feels like when Scott City is about to pull even closer, Hayes with the big basket and a steal and a turnover as Scott City loses the ball. And back over it goes to the Lady Indians, up by 15. They're on a 16-7 run in this third quarter, final minute of the 38 minutes of play. And now launching another 3 is Dreyer. That one off the heel. Rebound lost that time by Claire Humphrey, and it's going to go out of bounds to Scott City. Lewis to inbound it in, air mails it out too high, and Scott City with their 14th turnover. So right now, 14 turnovers for Scott City. They've had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, 6 in the third quarter. As Scott City will bring back in Mackenzie Metzger. And up top it is to Kinley Winter, and a whistle and a foul on Felker. That's her 4th. And she is frustrated with 51 seconds to go third quarter. And the team's 4th. So Erica Felker really having a hard time finding foul trouble all night. And she exits with 4 points and 4 fouls. And Brinley Stevens replaces her. 15-point Hayes lead late third quarter. Up top it'll go and a whistle, and that's going to be on the inbounds on Hayes. They're going to get Riley Drader with her second foul on the team's sixth. So back over it goes to Scott City. As Scott City within the backcourt, 48 seconds to work third quarter. Lewis to bring it into the front court. And uses up her dribble, needs help. Pivots to avoid the 5 count, finds Megan Trout, who's in there, finds Strine at the foul line, faces Lindenberger and takes a shot and rattles it home. She has 7 in the quarter, 12 for the game, 34-21 with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So Hayes with a 13-point lead will bring it back in the cross. Scott City has not been able to get into a run. It's been even Stevens since Hayes started out with the first 7 points of the quarter. 13-point game, and now almost stolen away, but right back to Winter. Kinley Winter, left corner now with 12 seconds. Molly Martin did not throw up the three. She's had 7 points in the third quarter. I'm surprised she didn't, and Hayes will burn a timeout with 7 seconds to go third quarter. It's a full timeout. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Late third quarter here. As we're back to action, it's Hayes with it with 4 seconds with 3. Pass right side, and it's going to be lost with 0.2 of a second. And out of bounds, Hayes with her 6th turnover of the night. With 0.2 of a second, really, it's hard to inbound it, and they'll inbound into Stevens, or to get a shot off, I should say, and that's in your third quarter. 34-21 Hayes, extend their lead back out to 13 as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Scott City basketball.
It's the start of
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Fourth quarter set to begin. It'll be Scott City's ball as they try to inbound it. They will not. That's the second 5 count of the night. And Scott City with their 15th turnover. Boy, those are big turnovers there when Scott City can't get it in. They've only had 1 steal tonight as they've been out-rebounded here in this game. 21-16, but Hayes with the ball, and they will inbound it to half court. So all that does for Scott City, that does not switch the possession arrow back to Hayes since the ball was not inbounded. It is 34-21 Hayes, opening seconds, fourth quarter. Hayes with the basketball. They have it up top to Carly Lang, who's been held to 3 points, but 9 leading the way, and a whistle of travel out high. That is going to be called on Aspen Melvin's 7th Hayes High turnover. Cheyenne Kramer back in. Also Avery Lewis, Brentley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, and Cheyenne Kramer in for Scott City. Their ball here with 7:40 to go, down 13. They had it to within 6 at the half, and now Lewis loses the handle, needs help to avoid the 5 count, and they're going to call a foul. Hayes wanted a double dribble. That might have been a break for Scott City. That's on Carly Lang, her first. So Lewis to the line looking for her first point of the night. Lewis on the year. She is 60%. Free throw too strong. Scott City misses a free throw, and the rebound to Sheldon, who has her 4th rebound, has 2 points for Hayes tonight. Or his correction is scoreless. Left baseline to Sheldon. They work it up top. A left wing Lang 3 is good. Hayes has hit their threes tonight. They have 5 of them, and they lead now 37-21 with 7:14 to go. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Lady Indians. Or Lady Beavers, I beg your pardon. They are 5 of 7 in the line as Hayes. Scott City trying to get it across half court. They get it into Brooks Strine out high between the circles. First minute of this 4th quarter. And Scott City's going to throw it away. And that'll be their 16th turnover of the night. 1 minute into this 4th quarter. Scott City really struggling here. Opening seconds of this 4th quarter. Scott City down by 16. Hayes has hit their threes tonight. Scott City has only hit 1 3 for the 2nd straight game and have a 3-second lane violation called on Hayes, their 8th turnover of the night. And Erica Felker, Mackenzie Metzger returned to the Scott City lineup with 6:46 to go. Out is Avery Lewis and Brinley Stevens. But Scott City has only hit 1 3. They only had 1 3 last week last Friday night against Cimarron. They've really struggled from 3-point range last couple of games. Kendall Gentry finds Brooke Strine. Strine holds it back to Gentry with 6:35 to go. She'll drive right side and try to draw the contact. They'll say strip. Last touch by Hayes. It'll be Scott City ball. With 6:31 to go. 37-21 Hayes right in the Lady Beavers on the verge of having their season low of points. They get it into Strine, and then that was touched last by Hayes off a deflection, and Scott City dodges one there as it'll stay with the Lady Beavers. As Felker to inbound it, finds Gentry right wing. She'll try a deep 3, and that one half rimmed out, and the rebound to Carla Lang, and she's on the run. That was a good look for Gentry, who's scoreless tonight. Right baseline to Aspen Melvin with 6:20 to go in this one. And now left baseline here, Sheldon. She'll take the 17-footer too strong. Rebound in the hands of Lindenberg and then ripped away by Scott City. Turnover. As back with it as Felker goes left to Gentry. 2 minutes into this 4th quarter, 37-21 Hayes high lead, and now into the hands of Cheyenne Kramer. Kramer goes left with the pass. Here's Felker trying to drive in. Her floater leaves it short, trying to get it on rebound, but in the hands of Sheldon. And Scott City's scoring woes, continue here. In transition, left corner. And now back up top, it goes to Lang from Melvin. Right side, Molly Martiner leads Hayes with 9 points tonight. Underneath, trying to get it to Katie Lindenberger, and now they get it to Sheldon up top. They'll pull it out with 5.5 to go in a 16-point lead. With the dribble is Lang. Goes left with the pass to Melvin. Back up top, it goes to Lang. Scott City in a man-to-man defense. Lang will drive in. He'll take it strong to the rack. Misses it, and a late whistle call and 2 free throws coming up for Lang, who's 77% on the year. That's the 2nd foul on Cheyenne Kramer, team's 5th. Hayes has been whistled for 7 fouls in the game. 2 free throws for Lang, her first trip to the line tonight. Hayes tonight is 5 of 7. Scott City is 4 of 6. Free throw is rimming in and out. Lang with a pair of threes tonight, the 5'5 senior, headed to Garden City Community College for volleyball. Second charity toss here to make this a 17-point game. It's good. 38-21, 5:17 to go. So Hayes' lead is up to 17, their largest of the night. Scott City has not been able to get a rally here in this second half. Now to Gentry. into Strine, backs her way in on Sheldon, goes to right, bank shot, good. She has 14. 14 of Scott City's 23 points with 5 minutes to go in this one. Strine picking up from where she left off at Cimarron last Friday after a career-high 28 points and 10 boards. She has now 14 and 6 tonight. 4:50 to go. There's only 3 Lady Beavers have scored here tonight, and that one maybe getting away with an offensive foul was Lindenberger. Missed the shot, and Strine collects the board for Scott City. 4:35 to work in this one. Scott City down 15. Nice strong move. Felker lays it up. Couldn't get the drop in, and the rebound to Lindenberger for Hayes. As she'll bring it across, Molly Martin will drive right side on Metzger underneath. Nice give to Sheldon, her first basket of the night. Makes it 40-23. And Hayes will burn a timeout. They have a 30-second in their pocket with 4:16 to go. There's an injured Lady Indian underneath the basket. It's official timeout, excuse me. And Sheldon, after she hit the layup, she injured her ankle, it looks like, as they're working on her there. 4:16 to go. The winter homecoming festivities will take place in between the girls and boys game. Runs in the first and the third quarter that have really done Scott City in. Scott City had their big run in the second quarter. They had 6 fouls, or 8 points did Scott City, and held Hayes to just 2 in that second quarter. They had it to within 6 at the break. For 16 to go.
That just ain't right. Don't throw things on the court.
So back to action here. 40-23. Lewis with it up top to Strine. So we're back to action here, left side. Gentry, she'll try at 3, left side. Bent hits the lip of the rim and drops in for a 10th three of the year. And finally, Scott City with their second 3 of the night. 3:55 to go. It's 40-26. Scott City back to within 14. Just their second 3 conversion of the night. And now Hayes loses it underneath. Their 10th turnover, and back over it goes to Scott City here with Avery Lewis. She'll drive to the top of the key, goes left to Kendall Gentry into Strine. Ball deflected but picked up by Strine. Pivots back to Gentry, back to Strine. Nice in and out work. Goes left, shot no. Rebound, Trout goes up, no. And the rebound, last touch by Hayes. And so Scott City will have another crack at it here. With 3:23 to go as Hayes brings in Claire Humphrey to replace Zoe Winter. Inbound in here, Strine, left side jumper, banked in. She has 16 on the night. 40-28, Scott City back to within a dozen. 3:15 to go here. So Scott City cashes in on a second and third chance opportunity that time. And the lead is trimmed down to 12. And finally, for the first time this quarter in this half, Scott City with a little rally, a 4-0 run here. But Hayes is going to end that with a layup and a strong move to left side. Martin makes it 42-28 with 2:58 to go. As back it goes, 14-point Hayes advantage. And actually, that was a 5-0 Scott City run that was just ended there momentarily. Strine with it up top, goes to Avery Lewis, back to Kendall Gentry, into Strine at the foul line. Right side, Metzger quickly guarded. She wanted to pull the trigger on a three. Now finds Strine, catches it, and then stripped right out of there on good help defense by Molly Martin. Scott City's 17th turnover of the night. Here's transition shot of a whistle, a foul on the floor. That'll be team foul number 6 on Scott City as Carly Lang was looking to drive in with 2:29 to go. The foul will be on Gentry, her third. Erica Felker returns to the Scott City lineup with 4 points and 4 fouls. Season low of points for the 5'6" junior. She will replace Megan Trout here with 2:29 to go. 42-28 Hayes with the lead, and they will inbound it underneath their own basket, right side at the wing to Carly Lang. And up top with it is Lang dribbling it out, guarded by Gentry. Goes left with the pass to Aspen Melvin, and Hayes is just going to pull it out and make Scott City foul here with 2:15 left. Hands it off, so they play a weave out high Lang. And Scott City's in man-to-man defense. Now left side out high to Aspen Melvin. Melvin off the screen to Molly Martin, guarded by Avery Lewis, who has 2 fouls. And driving a nice dump in and a layup for Lindenberger. She has 8, 44-28 with 1:54 to go. And back to up to a 16-point lead is Hayes. Minute 48 to go in this one. Right side to Felker into Strine. A little contact. She'll split the defenders, bank it in and out, but she'll get 2 charity tosses. Two free throws coming up for Strine. The foul on Lindenberger, her third. 1:43 left. Strine nothing but net on the first. She has 17 tonight, 44-29. As Jillian Sheldon back in, who had an injured ankle there moments ago. Good to see her back in and all right. Katie Lindenberger exits. Second Strine charity toss is going to crawl in. She is now 4 of 5 from the line and makes it 44-30 here with 1:41 to go. And underneath shot missed. Strine with another rebounder, 8th. As Scott City with a 14-point deficit. Final 90 seconds. This one, Felker looks to lob it into Strine. Puts on the floor once, up and under move, pivots. Has to get out of the lane there to avoid the 3 count. Lewis will check up a 2. Off the heel and the rebound into the hands of Claire Humphrey for Hayes. Lewis scoreless tonight. Minute 13 to go in this one. 44-30 Hayes. As they'll play that 4 corners game and pull it out and make Scott City foul. Out high left it goes to Carly Lang. Final minute of this one. Now with it is Lang. She'll drive in. Dumps it to Sheldon, who lays it up. She has all 4 of her points in the fourth quarter. 46-30, 50 seconds to go. And Hayes' lead is back up to 16. Felker looking to drive left side. And she'll pull up. Yes, she's got 6. Almost pushed off there, 46-32 with 38 seconds to go. And Hayes is going to dribble this one out. They're going to go to 9-4 on the year. Scott City gave it a good effort tonight, but the first and third quarters were the issue tonight for the Lady Beavers as they trail by 14 here. 20 seconds to go in this one. Weaving her way around is Molly Martin. She leads Hayes with 11 points tonight. And Hayes is going to dribble this one out. Scott City's going to drop their season-high 4th consecutive game, and they'll drop to 6-9 on the year. And that'll do it here. 46-32 your final score. Hayes will win this one as they're 9-4 on the year. They'll host Dodge City on Friday night. Scott City will host Ulysses on Friday night, part of the 3-game homestand. We'll come back after this 3-minute timeout. Final 46-32 Hayes with the victory. This is Scott City basketball.
When it comes
church. Hunting and fishing are his favorite hobbies.
Riley Bennett is scored by Thaddeus Butler. Riley is the daughter of Travis Bennett and Megan Moore. She was a football major. She enjoys hanging out with friends, physics with Brooke and Giselle, golf, baking, and watching Top Gun. She plans to major in chemical engineering or the pre-med track at KU. Thad is the son of Travis and Lexi Butler. He is a member of the BBN staff. His hobbies include the arts and Dungeons and Dragons. He plans to attend Hutchinson Community College for Media Communication and Production.
John Sowers, escorted by Adrian Elder. Donna is the daughter of Clifton and Amanda Sowers. She participates in girls golf, cheer, wrestling, track, and FBLA. She is a member of the Right Age Group. She enjoys fishing, spending time with family and friends, working with livestock, playing sports, and being good at everything. She plans to attend Colby Community College to major in nursing, unless she wins the lottery, because then she will buy a mansion and live in Bora Bora. Adrian is the son of Joel and Allison Elder. He participates in football and powerlifting. He works and delivers furniture for Denmark. Adrian enjoys playing Xbox with his friends and riding a motorcycle. He plans to attend Kansas State University with a major in business administration.
Delaney Friends is started by making roses. Delaney is the daughter of Glenn and Amy Friends. She participates in band, encore, FFA, Kindness Project, and BBA. She helps direct Kids Choir and attends Bible Christian Church in Garden City. She likes to be with her family, hang out with Shasta, work, nap, and watch New Girl, Community, and The Office. She plans to study ad communication at West Texas A&M. Nathan is the brother of Ashley Roses. He is a member of FCCLA. He works at Scott City Hospital as a ward report. He enjoys playing guitar and piano, listening to music, drawing, painting, and making questionable remixes on YouTube. He plans to attend Fort Hays State University and go to medical field.
Our junior attendants this year are Blakely Gentry, escorted by Devani Navarro. Blakely is the daughter of Brian and Megan Gentry. Devani is the son of Rosalía Trejo and Omar Navarro. Hannah Ralph, the king and queen, are this fall's king, and Rubio Jimenez and Queen Priscilla Peregrino.
And now for the moment we have all been waiting for. The 2023 Winter Homecoming King is Nathan Roses. Nathan, will you please crown John Sowers on behalf of Student Council, I would like to thank everyone for coming out and showing your support for SCHS activities and athletics. Enjoy the rest of the game.
To invest investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairly Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all area school activities.
Dr. Yeager with ProHealth Chiropractic Office, what do you strive for with your patients?
Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthier and be able to provide that quality of health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their life.
How do we get a hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
Don't feel bad if you're not a phone expert. That's what we're here for. At Next Tech Wireless, we'll help you in the transition to a new device step by step. Want to customize the screen? We've got you. Have questions about some of the functions? We're happy to help. You're not just another number to us. Come see us today, and we'll get you into the best phone for your needs. We're friends. We're neighbors. We are Kansas. Next Tech Wireless.
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community. With a beautiful modern facility with state-of-the-art equipment, they continually strive to develop comprehensive services to fill their patients' needs. The specialty clinic at Scott Hospital offers a variety of specialists you would only expect in a larger hospital. Why travel hours when you can be seen?
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
By Farmbureau Financial Services, it's Uniberta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. It was a big 65-31 victory on the road on Friday night at Cimarron against the Blue Jays, and really a game where you're down not by 9 early and then made a 27-2 run in the first and second quarters to put the game away. How would you describe Friday night's game at Cimarron?
You know, it was kind of both sides of it. You know, we didn't play very good to start, and then we played really well late. Defensively, that first quarter, we had a couple, breakdowns on ball screens. We were supposed to switch it and didn't, gave up 2 layups. We got a kind of a confused assignment and went for a trap, gave up a 3. So, I mean, a lot of it was self-inflicted in that first quarter. And once we settled in, we took care of business. I thought we were really smart when it came to shot selection. That second half especially, I think we took 2 threes and may have made both of them. But, a ton of shots right by the rim. So, where you're getting high percentage shots. And in a game that didn't have as many possessions, for us to score, 65 or whatever it was, is really a pat on the back for our guys because they didn't settle, So I think it may have been the first game that I remember coaching. We went like 1.5, points per possession, which is phenomenal. But it was only a game with 39 possessions. So they did a good job once we settled in and we stopped hurting ourselves. But we need more of that, going forward.
How big was this kind of for the mind set mentally here after a pretty tough grind there for 3 games?
It was good, just from a confidence standpoint. But I don't think our guys were really struggling confidence-wise. I mean, I think they understood, the grind that it was that we went through. They competed, for the majority of that. Most of all of those games, except for the second half, really the last quarter of the Hugoton game. We were right there with everybody that we played. We gave ourselves opportunities. We just have to continue that. And when we play really good teams, we've got to take care of the ball, and tonight will be no different.
Once again, Coach Brian Gentry, pregame here as Scott City takes on Hayes High, and Indians a much different team from where they were a year ago. This is a team around 500 right now, and lost a lot from last year, but this is a team that also has some pretty good athletes. This will be their first time on the court in 10 days.
Yeah, they've had plenty of time to scout. I do know that. Coming in here, much different team, like you said, from the last 3 years where we've played them. They've just been, big giants. It seems like every year, very skilled guys, and they lost a lot of that. So a pretty brand new group. The point guard's really good, very crafty with the ball, decent shooter. So got to be prepared for him. Keeping him in front of us is going to be a big deal because we don't want to have to rely on help. If we do have to overhelp, they're going to get easy buckets at the basket. We've got to make them beat us from the outside. We really have to. If they knock down a bunch of shots, we're going to have to live with it for a while because, they are very athletic. They give themselves opportunities at second and third chance points. And defensively, they get after you. They get a little bit more of a, pressure, man than they have played in the past. So we've got to be able to handle the ball. We've got to rebound the ball well, and we have to understand where we're willing to, let them make shots, which is deep threes. We want to contest them still, but at the same time, that's where they have to beat us from tonight.
Should be a good one here tonight with Scott City and Hayes as the January portion of the schedule wraps up here tonight. Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame, and Coach, thanks for the time and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
And once again, those are the comments from Coach Brian Gentry as we'll keep it right here. And we'll recap the girls' game. Lady Beavers falling here 46-32 as Coach Amy Felker joins me here post-game. And really, you look back at this game, it was your first and third quarters that really hurt you guys the most here tonight.
They just got off to a real quick start on us, and we couldn't get the ball to the basket like we wanted to. We just weren't getting the shots to fall. We had some nice shots in the first half. We had a couple outside shots. We had a couple shots from the inside. They just weren't going in. And then, we got a few in the second quarter, but, we just got to work hard and make sure we get our teammates open.
Was it, I know you talked a little bit about in the pregame the length of Hayes, and even though they weren't the tallest team you played all year, but do you feel like that was what really hurt you guys early on, just trying to adjust to their length?
Well, they're guards. They are really quick and athletic, and they've got long arms for being, not as tall as some of the teams we play. They just are so athletic that, it's hard to get open. They do a great job on defense and that kind of stuff, and they can penetrate. And, they have a couple of top-notch guards that can get the job done.
I thought that you guys played pretty well, and you rotated pretty well on defense, and you could tell Hayes probably maybe had to go a little longer than they wanted to on offense just because of how well you were able to rotate on defense before they took a shot.
I think at first when we put our zone out there the first few times, they're not used to playing against the zone, so they kind of had to adjust and that kind of stuff. And they got a few little shots early on, but then we started taking away their high posts. So, our girls played strong on defense. It's just hard when they can penetrate to the basket and draw some fouls on us.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of foul trouble, some big foul trouble throughout there, and I know Erica had a rough night with some foul issues tonight. She did pick up 4 fouls. She didn't foul out of the game, but it was kind of back into Brooke again tonight, who carried you guys a lot.
Brooke did a great job. She got posted up. She was quicker than one of the posts. She could outmaneuver and smarter than the other one. So she did a good job of knowing which girl was on her and what moves she needed to make to get to the basket. She even got some 15-footers for us tonight. So she really stepped up. Erica, foul trouble, that hurt us. But on the same token, when she came out of the game, their defense relaxed a little bit. They weren't quite as pressureful on people, and so that got some of our other girls some easy drives to the basket and dishes to Brooke.
Cheyenne Kramer hit her first 3. I think it was a varsity career, and you have a new 3-point threat now.
I know. When she gets those shots, it's usually a step inside the 3-point line, but tonight she was up behind the line. She felt confident, and she knocked them down. Sometimes I wish she would shoot a few more of those things. And gain some confidence because, she shoots a good percent. I'm super proud of her for knocking that first one down. That's always fun to do. And, our bench and everybody on the bench was really supportive and happy for her. So, it was a big deal.
We get 2 more home games in a row here and some very winnable games here with Ulysses and Lincoln over the next week. What do you guys?
Customers and supporting our local communities. United continues to invest in their network, their people, and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Hello, folks. This is Nathan Lennon with Land of Legacy Real Estate. We are very excited about the recent strength of the land market and invite you to check out our website at www.land2legacy.com, where we are proud to represent some of the best properties across the great state of Kansas and attracting buyers all across the country. We understand the importance of details in your land transaction, and if you're interested in selling, we invite you to give us a call at 785-340-5331 to learn about a marketing strategy tailored to best suit you. Land of Legacy Real Estate, where people are our passion.
Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill paying. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech, and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva Agriscience, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
The Scott Cooperative Association is proud to serve our members with 8 convenient elevator locations, a full-service petroleum department with 2 service stations, 5 automated cart trolls, and bulk oil and fuel delivery, and a full-service crop production department to serve all of your needs, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Contact the Scott Co-op and visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
Back here at the Scott Community Event Center as we get ready for this boys game here between Scott City and Hayes High. This is the 9th meeting all time. The series is tied at 4 games apiece. Hayes with a 3-game win streak coming in. Scott City won the previous 3. They started this series, all played at Colby other than the game or the last couple of meetings in the orange and black. They were the first 6 meetings of this series are all played in the orange and black and Colby. The last 2 have been home and home, so this is the second round of the home and home. As it should be a good one here tonight, and it's the battle of brother-in-laws here. With Coach Brian Gentry of Scott City and Coach Sean Dreiling for the Hayes High Indians. It should be a fun one here tonight, and you hear Coach Gentry, just the athleticism stands out with Hayes High, but they do have some pretty skilled players as well here. They are led this year by Jack Weimer. He is a 5'9" junior. He averages 12.5 points per ball game, and as a team that averages 52 points, down a little bit from a year ago. And also, they're also led by Chasen Vanderweg, a 6'1" senior, averages 11 points and 7 rebounds. They're not the biggest team from Hayes in the last few years, but they do rebound pretty well. And they average 31 rebounds a game. And they're a team that rebounds well. Archie averages 4.6 rebounds. He's very athletic, not a big scorer, but a good rebounder. He does a lot of other good things for Hayes High. He's going to be one to watch out for tonight for the Hayes High Indians. And as I mentioned, our team that also I mentioned they lost a lot from last year, a team that had made a deep run, and they would lose to eventual state champion Seaman in the sub-state finals at home. They went 20-2. They went 22-1 the year before, lost to Topeka West in the state quarterfinals, and then they would finish in the Final Four of Class 5A. And, of course, in 2020, the COVID year, 17-6. Of course, Sean Dryling comes over from Trigo, where he coached the Golden Eagles for 6 seasons, and he's done a pretty good job this year with his group here from Hayes here, and made the 30-minute move over from Waukene to Hayes. So it should be a pretty fun battle there. Scott City did a shot pretty well. They shot 61% on the Friday night at Cimarron, and in a game where they trailed early, 18-9, just did not look good. And then all of a sudden, it was the switch flip for Scott City. They went on a 27-2 run to close out the first half, and only held Cimarron to just 2 second quarter points, and led 36-20 at the break, and ended up winning 65-31. Jackson Rumford with another double-double. He had 25 and 10 in the win for the Beavers, and also had Lawson Bailey 10 and Dylan Metzger 7. Avery Knoll had a career high 8. So there were some good factors there for Scott City the other night. They shot the ball well, were 5 of 10 on threes. They also dominated the glass 31-12 officially there, even though they had 17 turnovers in the contest. But this is a game tonight where they're going to have to really step up, keep Hayes in front of you. They're going to have to defend well for 32 minutes here tonight if they want to pull off a big win. Hayes 6-6 on the year. You look at their losses. They've lost to some pretty solid teams. Lawrence Free State, always a 6A power. Manhattan, who's down a little bit but still pretty good. Junction City, who's improving, lost to them by 2 at home. And then Great Bend, who may be a little bit of a surprise in the WAC. I wouldn't say Garden City's the biggest surprise, but maybe Great Bend is a little bit this year. They lost to Garden City at home. They're the first home league loss in a long time as well. And then lost to Olathe North in a rematch from the Orange and Black Tournament Finals from a year ago. I had to play them in the semifinals. Olathe North, always a pretty solid team in Class 6A. Hayes averages 52 points a game. Scott City averages 32.1. Hayes averaged 31 rebounds a game. Scott City at 25.7. Both teams struggle a bit at the line. Scott City at 58%, Hayes at 64%. As that's how that shapes up here as we get into tonight's boys game here between Scott City and Hayes here. Should have a good one here on hand. They crowned the Winter Homecoming King and Queen moments ago. Nathan Rose is the Winter Homecoming King. Jonna Sowers, the Winter Homecoming Queen. Congratulations to both of them. All right, with that being said, we will move forward. We've got starting lineups coming up for you now. They're presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Scott City, once again, coming in tonight, number 3 seed in the sub-state at 7-7 on the year. Boy, a win could really help them build that up and continue keeping that number 3 spot in the sub-state. As they have a pretty tough schedule coming up here for the next couple weeks to round out the season here. And we will get your starters here, presented by Security State Bank. For the Hayes High Indians, coached by Sean Dryling in his first season. He's got a couple of former junior college coaches on his coaching staff. They are assisted here by Dustin Pfeiffer, former Colby Community College coach. Brian Zollinger, the former Seward County Saint head man. Also assisted by Cole Felt and former Scott City alum Dylan Hutchins. He remains on staff. Also Rob Davis is an assistant for him as well. Starting for the Hayes High Indians, it'll be Kimani Archie, a 6'4 senior. He averages 4 points, 6.5 rebounds a game. Jack Weimer, he is a 5'9 junior, averages 12.5 points, 3 rebounds a game. Carson Vanderweg, a 6'1 senior. He averages 11.7 rebounds a game. Also, Kyrie's Grown, a 6'1 senior who averages 4.5 points and 5.5 assists per ball game. And rounding up the starting five is going to be Devin Schmidtberger, a 5'11 senior, averages 4 points, 2 rebounds a game. Kamani Archie, Kyrie Groen, Jack Weimer, Carson Vanderweg, and Dylan Schmidtberger, your starting five tonight for the Hayes High Indians. For Scott City, they are coached once again by Brian Gentry in his 7th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. Regular five to start tonight. Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, 10.5 points, 2.3 rebounds a game. Avery Knoll, a 6'3 junior, at 5.1 points, 4.5 rebounds a contest. Alex Durango, a 5'9 sophomore, he averages 3.9 points and 1.8 rebounds a game. Jackson Rumford, the 6'5 sophomore, at 18.1 points, 8.6 rebounds a game. And Lawson Bailey, the 6'1 senior, at 10 points and 5.1 rebounds a game. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Durango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey, the starting five tonight for the Scott City Beavers. Once again here on KSKL, those are your starting lineups presented by Security State Bank. As we will move forward here to your keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Big key tonight for Scott City is going to be keeping Hayes in front of you. They are very athletic. They're not afraid to drive to the basket. Second key is know where number 12 is. He's their big scoring threat from around the perimeter. He averages 12.5 points a game and has hit 23 of their 47 threes this year. Hayes has not played in 10 days. Officials tonight, you have Johnson, Nathan Morris, as we are about set here. Hayes wearing the road maroon uniforms, the gold numbers, the letters. Scott City wearing the home whites. Rumford and Archie to tip center, and Scott City win the tap, and we're underway here in the Scott Community Events Center. Hayes will play a lot of man-to-man defense. Lawson Bailey into Rumford at the foul line, goes his right, flips it, but I'm now up top. Lawson Bailey, who just committed to Fort Hays State recently on Twitter last night. He'll sign tomorrow. Rumford with it, now high left. Here's Avery Knoll. He'll drive in strong to the rack, hangs, gets stripped going up, and still loose, and we're going to get a save by Rumford, but he throws it away, trying to get it to a Beaver, an early turnover on Scott City. Opening seconds, no score. Good move by Knoll trying to go up there. Scott City will open up man defense. Left side, here's Jason Vanderweg. Out high to Kimani Archie, now right side. With it is Kyrie Green. They're not a big three-point shooting team, as I mentioned, just 28% from downtown, but Weimer is their big three-point specialist. He'll drive in, a nice pass into Archie, who does not anticipate it, and both teams with a turnover on their opening possession. First minute, no score. Hayes to pick up Scott City in the backcourt, playing a little man-to-man full court pressure. Rumford to bring it across the 10-second line left to right. He'll pull up top of the key, fired the three, almost banked in. Rebound goes to Avery Knoll, who comes out of nowhere, but then lost. Scott City with 2 turnovers here in the early going. In transition, Hayes, a left side three. Bounces around and off. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be Vanderweg who had it, as Devin Schmidtberger fires the three, and out of bounds it'll belong to Scott City. Scoreless here with 6:42 to go in the opening quarter. Inbound in to Dylan Metzger. The two sisters of the coaches sitting across the way with each other. That could be an interesting 32-minute game time conversation there tonight. And one of them had a birthday today. Up top, Rumford goes right to Metzger, gets a screen, looking to drive in, but good defense. Cut off. Now Alex Trango up top. Left side to Lawson Bailey. Head fake, and he'll put it on the floor. He'll float one from the left side. No. Rebound into the hands of Chase and Vanderweg for Hayes. Scott City 0 for 2 to start this ball game. No score. We're played nearly 2 minutes. Weimer will go right side. His scoop shot good. 2-0 Hayes. 6 minutes to go first quarter. Here from the Scott Community Event Center. Hayes with the first points of the night. Metzger rocks across up top to Jackson Rumford. Now Metzger with a layup, and it can't quite crawl in. Last touch by Rumford. It'll belong to Hayes as the Beavers are 0 for 3 from the floor. Hayes is 1 of 2 to begin this ball game. 5:48 here in the opening 8 minutes. 2-0 Hayes lead in the ball. Of course, the principal for Hayes, Sean Henderson, he's in attendance. He was the former band director for Scott City for a while. And now a screen for Schmidberger, 3 straight away, crawls off. Jackson Rumford with the first rebound for him tonight. In transition, Trango, nice pass. Good help defense, recovery defense. Hayes showing their speed there as they recover and knock the ball out of bounds when it looked like it might be a layup underneath for Avery Knoll. It still stays with Scott City with 5:26 to work. They lob it into Rumford, hands it off to Avery Knoll. He looks to drive in. Up top to Metzger, looking to penetrate, steps back. And now div and go. Here's to Rumford. He gets stripped going up, and he'll get 2 free throws. It'll be a foul on Hayes. The foul will be charged to Chasen Vanderweg, his first. For whatever reason, Scott City has really struggled here at home from the free throw line this year. As a team, Scott City 58%. Rumford to line for 2 free throws, and he hits that one. He's 76% on the year. Scott City has improved since the Christmas break. They were at 44% coming out of Christmas break from the line. They're at 58% now. And they are 2 of 2 and tie this game up as Rumford has both of Scott City's free throws there to tie this game up with 5:13 now to go first quarter. We're tied at 2. Weimer goes right side. They work it around the perimeter. Vanderweg. Vanderweg holds it, guarded by Avery Knoll. Uses up a dribble. Now throws it up top to Jack Weimer. The 5'9 junior had 16 against Colby in their 7-point victory 10 days ago in the orange and black in the third place game. Left corner to Carrie Scrown. Now short corner. They work it up top to Weimer. He'll step back, unguarded, and knocks down his 24th three of the year. 5-2. 4:42 to go first quarter. He has hit all their points here, 2 for 2 from the floor. Avery Knoll hands it off to Alex Tarango. And now up top, here's left side, and Avery Knoll for an answer back 3. Too strong rebound, tipped into the hands of Jackson Rumford. Now hands it off to Knoll, who gets a block but goes up. Yes. Knoll with his first basket. He has 2 from Jackson Rumford. 5-4, 4:15 to go first quarter. So a couple of offensive boards paid off for the Beavers. They're back to within 1. Near the midway point of this first quarter, up top, Weimer lobs underneath. Alley lobbed in for point blank. Vanderweg behind the defense. He had a screen there. 7-4, 4 minutes to go first quarter. Scott City back down by 3 with the ball. Metzger with it. Alex Tarango into Rumford, catches, goes to his right with a pivot hook shot. Might have been partially blocked. A little contact, rebound to Vanderweg, already 2 boards for him. Rumford wanted a foul call but didn't get it. Now left baseline here, Schmidberger throws it up top to Kimani Archie. Right side to Weimer with 3:40 to go first quarter. 7-4 Hayes late, and then the wide open for 3. Missing it badly was Weimer, but the ball deflected off of 2 Scott City Beavers up to Weimer out high. And Scott City unable to rebound it cleanly there and gives Hayes another possession. 3:20 to work first quarter, almost stolen away by Tarango. Here comes Vanderweg driving in, and he will get the ball knocked out by Tarango as Hayes subs in 2 for the first time. That's the first subs either side tonight. It'll be Edwin Moeller, a 6-foot junior, and Kaiser Fox, a 6'1 junior. He averages 5 points a game off the bench. And they'll also bring in the big 6'4 freshman, Dawson Reuter. He had 11 against Colby last time around they played. He averages 5.5 points a game, and he's the one to watch out for. He could end up being their second or third leading scorer. He almost lost it, and now out high it goes. Here's Moeller driving in up top as we approach 3 minutes to go first quarter. Hayes with a 7-4 lead in the ball. And now Schmidberger with it up top, catching it. Schmidberger will drive in. That was actually from Kaiser Foss, and a layup underneath is good. 3 minutes to go first quarter. Dawson Reuter with that basket as he comes off the bench for his first 2 points of the night. A 6'4 freshman, 9-4. Hayes with the lead. Scott City with the ball. 2:50 to work first quarter. And now whistling a foul as that one was defended tightly, too tight for the officials' liking, and Devin Schmidberger picks up foul number 1 in the team's second. We've seen here down the stretch of this season, Scott City shorten their bench a little bit in the first half especially. Rumford now up top to Lawson Bailey. Right side to Alex Tarango. Into Rumford. Catches a mid-post right. Pivots. Goes to his left. Throws one up too strong. And the rebound to Kaiser Fox for Hayes. They lead at 9-4, and they're going to throw it away for Hayes' second turnover of the night with 2:36 to go opening quarter. That time on the lead pass, it was too far, and then Metzger, it was in front of him, and he just let it go out of bounds, shielded off the Hayes High Indian, who was trying to go get the ball. Nolan to the front court to Lawson Bailey. Bailey will put it on the floor here with 2:28 to go first quarter. They'll get a screen for Dylan Metzger into Rumford. Great position. Pivots, goes his right. Hangs, bank shot. Nobody's got 2 more free throws coming his way. Scott City continues to feed the post, and Hayes with their 3rd foul of the period. The foul to Kaiser Fox is first, and the team's 3rd. As it'll be Dylan Duff, he'll be the first off the bench for Scott City here with 2:22 in the opening 8 minutes. Rumford's free throw is good. Makes it 9-5. Duff in to replace Alex Tarango. Rumford is 0 of 3 from the floor here in this first quarter. Scott City only 1 of their first 7, but Rumford 4 of 4 at the line, and Scott City back to within 3. Hayes is 3 of their first, make that 4 of their first 7. Both teams with 2 turnovers. Little outside of 2 minutes to go first quarter. 9-6 your score. Left side to Weimer out high. He has 5 of Hayes' 9. He has it now left side. Can't leave him open. He's a good shooter. Now skip it right side to Edwin Muller. Right corner it goes to Schmidberger, and he travels with it. Good defense by Scott City rotating. 3rd Hayes High turnover. Scott City can inch a little closer here with 1:56 to go first quarter, down 3. 9-6. Avery Knoll to bring it across. Rumford and Knoll have combined for all 6 of Scott City's points here in the early going. Right side to Duff. Now gets it to Lawson Bailey. Head fake up top. Looking to drive in. Flips it to Avery Knoll. Head fake, and he travels with it. And that'll be turnover number 3 on Scott City. With 99 first quarter seconds remaining. Scott City has not been able to string together back-to-back possessions with points here, and Hayes has. And right now, that's kind of the difference in the ball game. 9-6 they lead with the ball. 1:30 to go first quarter. Right corner, Kaiser Fox. He'll throw it back up top to Jack Weimer. Weimer goes left for the pass. Schmidberger now with it is Edwin Moeller. Moeller almost double dribbles with it. Back up top to Weimer, the 1:15 to work. Right side to Schmidberger. Up top cutting. Here's Moeller driving in. Now left side to Weimer, guarded by Avery Knoll. Entry feed stolen away by Rumford. It's loose but picked up by Scott City. Lead pass. Here's Dylan Metzger on the run. His layup is no good, but he's fouled from behind. And Kaiser Fox picks up his 2nd off the 4th turnover on Hayes and their 4th team foul with 1:04 to go first quarter. So Metzger, a 65% free throw shooter. We'll have 2 free throws coming up here. Substitution for Hayes. We'll have to check in after this free throw for Metzger. Sees that one rim off. Beavers 4 of 5 at the line now. As back in is Chase and Vanderweg in to replace Kaiser Fox, who picked up a couple of fouls. First quarter, 1:04 to go. 9-6 Hayes. Make it, or stays that way. That one rimmed in and out twice. And the Indians with the board in the hands of Vanderweg. He already has 3 rebounds in this first quarter. He has 3 of their 5 rebounds. Scott City unable to get any points there. Up top, now right side to Weimer. 48 seconds to go first quarter. Vanderweg goes left for the pass to Devin Schmidberger. Left corner to Edwin Moeller. Moeller puts it on the floor, looking to drive in. Back up top, they're working around the perimeter. Vanderweg. Right corner to Weimer, back up top to Vanderweg. And now ball deflected and stolen away, trying to get it entry feeded into Reuter. Hayes with their 5th turnover. Scott City down by 3 of the ball with 25 seconds to work first quarter. Rumford bounce pass left side. It goes to Lawson Bailey. Bailey will drive all the way. He'll take it to the rack and lay it up and draw the block on Dawson Reuter, his first. Already 5 fouls called on Hayes. None have been called on Scott City. And Bailey to the line for 2 free throws, where he's just 44% on the year. Kind of like the aggressiveness by the Beavers to take it to the rack here in this first quarter. They're 4 of 6 and make it 4 of 7, and Bailey leaves that one short. He'll get to sign his letter of intent as the calendar flips to February tomorrow. Of course, committed last night verbally to Fort Hays State. He's going to be a Tiger, and he missed both free throws and the rebound to Edwin Mueller. So Scott City now 4 of 8 at the line. With 15 seconds to go first quarter, they trail 9-6. And Hayes will go for the final shot up 3. With it is Weimer with 4. He'll drive, bounce pass underneath the Reuter, and he's fouled from behind by Rumford. And he'll get 2 free throws with 2.2 to go first quarter, as Rumford did not allow Reuter to get an easy basket. Reuter is 21 of 22 from the line, 96%. As a team, Hayes 64%. As I mentioned, the free throw is good, and Brett makes it 10-6 with 2.2 to go first quarter. And this is a big sequence. Hayes an opportunity to get points at the end of the first quarter, and it's their ball to begin the second quarter. As they'll bring back in Kimani Archie and also Kyrie Groen, as Weimer will get a seat as Hill and Vanderweg. They'll get a seat for the final 2 seconds plus the timeout. And rebound, that's going to be a foul by Archie with 1.6 foul over the back, the 16th foul. Good box out by Lawson Bailey drawing the foul on Archie. Monty Archie's first, team 6th, 1.6 to go, so just 1 out of 2 for Reuter, who misses just his second free throw of the year. Bailey to inbound it to Metzger. He'll launch one from 3/4 court, and it's wide right, and almost a catch by one of the BBN guys. That's in your first quarter. 10-6 Hayes after 1. Back in a minute for the second period of play. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Plain talk, exceptional results.
Second quarter set to begin. It'll be Hayes basketball with a 4-point advantage, 10-6. Scott City shot just 1 of 9 in that first quarter from the floor. They were 4 of 8 from the line. Hayes was 4 of 7 from the floor and 1 of 2 from the line. Opening seconds of this second quarter. Now driving in, here's Weimer. Nice dump off to Archie, cutting to the basket, and makes it 12-6, 7:30 to go first half. Hayes, by the way, is 4 of 4 on 2-point baskets and a miscommunication. The Scott City 4 turnover layup high off the glass, no, but they get the rebound to Moeller, who lost it, and now into the hands of Vanderweg, who ends up with the rebound. And underneath, high off the glass, Groen, it's now 14-6. First minute of this second quarter, and Hayes makes Scott City pay there for the turnover and the offensive board. They've out-rebounded Scott City 7-3 in this first half, as we're 9 minutes into this ball game, and Hayes with an 8-point lead. They have scored the last 5 of the ball game. Off a screen to Alex Tarango. Hayes with a 4-0 run and a 5-0 run. Scott City's not been able to string together a run in this first half. 6:40 to go, and Metzger loses it as Weimer pickpockets him. 5th turnover. Camden Volgamore to check in next dead ball for Scott City. Archie with it. And now they go up top here to Weimer around a screen. He has 5 to lead Hayes. Here's a 3. Too strong. Rebound skying high for the board is Groen, but then ripped out of there by Scott City. Hayes with the turnover, their 6th of the half. And now Lawson Bailey goes right corner to Avery Knoll, and it goes to Rumford. Pump fakes gets stripped going up, and he'll have his 5th and 6th free throws of the half. Team foul number 7 on Hayes with 6:13 to go second quarter. That foul, I believe, will be on Kyrie Groen, his first. Yep, it's his first. And Rumford to line. Scott City's already have free throw attempts 9 of 10 of the night. Free throw for Rumford is good. 14-7. Vogelwarn to replace Avery Knoll. That's the second sub off the bench tonight for Scott City. And is Landon Clark, a 5'11 senior. Free throw too strong, and the rebound into the hands of Groen. So Scott City only with 1 point there as they trail 14-7. A couple minutes into the second quarter. Vanderweg with it, dribbles between the legs, gets a screen, but help defense. Bullet pass left baseline to Groen. Groen with the first basket of the quarter for Hayes. Now a screen, step back, Moeller, and a whistle and a travel. 7th Hayes turnover of the half. And it's 14-7. 5:49 to go first half as Hayes applies some pressure off the inbounds into the hands of Alex Tarango. Tarango's going to push it across the 10-second line. Dribbles behind the back, goes to his left, guarded by Landon Clark. And now double help defense and a turnover. Here's a layup by Groen, reverse layup, no, and a foul. He'll get 2 free throws. 2 free throws for Kyrie's Groen with 5:38 to go first half. The foul will be on Lawson Bailey as first. Already Scott City with 6 turnovers this first half. Just the second team foul on Hayes, or on Scott City, excuse me. Kyrie's Groen just 35% at the foul line, and he misses that one off the left. Hayes is 1 of 3 at the line. Scott City 5 of 10. Scott City 10-plus minutes into the ballgame, just 1 field goal. They have not attempted a field goal in this second quarter. Devin Schmidberger in to replace Edwin Moeller. Hayes has already played 9 players in this first half. They're got quite a few seniors. That one's short, but the rebound out-hustled by Schmidberger, who grabs his first rebound. Hayes with already 4 offensive boards. They own the glass here in the first half. Entry feed into Kamani Archie, trying to go around Jackson Rumford, then ball lost. Oh, that'll be last touch, they'll say, by Hayes, and that'll be their 8th turnover. Scott City still with only 1 field goal in this first half. 10 minutes and 35 seconds into this game. 5 of their 7 points are at the line. Bailey trying to inbound it, will get it into Alex Tarango. Finds an open Dylan Metzger. He'll take it into the front court and will lob it, trying to get it to Lawson Bailey, but right into the 2 Hayes High Indians, and Scott City with their 7th turnover of the half. 5:10 to go first half. Right corner it goes to Vanderweg, and he'll launch a 3, too strong, right into Dylan Metzger's hands for the rebound. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Here comes Lawson Bailey driving in, and he draws a foul. Hill heads the line for 1-1. That'll be on Archie, I believe, his second. And it is. So Archie with 2, Kaiser Fox with 2, 1-1 for Bailey, where he's looking for his first point of the night. As then will be Dawson Reuter to replace Archie. Metzger out as Avery Knoll checks back in. So Bailey averaging 10 points a game, is 0 for 2 at the line at 44% on the year now coming in to this free throw attempt. And he'll miss that one. Rebound tipped around, and it's into the hands of Hayes High, and they're going to get a whistle and a reach-in foul. That's going to be on Lawson Bailey, I believe. And it'll be his second and the team's third. So limit time there for Coach Gentry. He'll keep him out there. Jack Weimer in for Hayes. They lead 14-7 here with 4:50 to go first half. 8 fouls on Hayes, 3 on Scott City, but Scott City's story here, they've only hit 1 field goal this first half. Left wing to Jack Weimer. Bounce pass up top, driving right side is Clark. Bounce pass, entry feed deflected and stolen away. 9th turnover. It's been an ugly first half for both sides. This may favor Scott City here, but they've got to start knocking down some field goals. They really haven't attempted one. Bailey trying to end that drought. He won't on the 3. Rebound to Weimer. Boy, they're just 1 of 10 shooting from the floor here in this first half are the Beavers. And in transition, the lob in somehow gets in there. Shot up high up, no, and a foul. And Reuter will head to the line for 2 free throws. The 4th team foul on Scott City with 4:09 to go first half. The foul will be on Alex Tarango his first. So Dawson Reuter 1 of 2 at the line. He has 3 points. Hayes has hit 6 field goals in this first half. They're 2 of 5 in the quarter from the floor. And that free throw is good for Reuter. He has 4, makes it 15-7, 4:09 to go first half. Scott City, though, with 4 turnovers. They've only attempted 1 field goal, and they're 1 of 3 from the line this quarter, and 5 of 11 for the half. And Weimer hits them, or Reuter, hits them both, 16-7. You got to think if Scott City starts hitting some field goals, they'll get back in this game. Hayes will bring back in Kaiser Fox. Alex Trango out, Dylan Metzger back in as Bailey can run the baseline to inbound it, gets it in to Avery Knoll, then finds Bailey. He'll race down the court, lob it underneath the Vogelmore, and then back to Rumford with 4:03 to go. Skip pass right side, Metzger for 3. Yes! Finally a field goal for Scott City. The first field goal in 8 minutes, and it's a 3. Metzger's 25th 3 with 3:56 to go first half, 16-10. 32nd timeout taken by Coach Brian Gentry. 3:56 to go first half. Basketball presented here by Pokey Feeders, Platinum H Insurance, Plain Jan's New Life Market, Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Metzger Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Family Farms, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Jackson Legal Group. I also like to thank JF Beaver Advertising, J&R Trucking, J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, also Hamey Farms, High Choice Feeders, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Great Western Tire. Also, Furrow Electric, Furrow Severs, Furrow Heating and Cooling, and Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker. .356 to go first half. Hayes with the ball, and Scott City down 16-10. This has been a 6-4 run in this second quarter for Hayes. Scott City just 2 field goals here in the first 12 minutes of this ball game. They're 2 of 11 from the floor. Now here's an answer back 3 attempt, and it's good for Schmidberger. His 9th 3 of the year, makes it 19-10 with 3:33 to go first half. And Hayes with their second 3 of the night, and there's a foul by Kaiser Fox, his 3rd foul with 3:30 to go first half, and that'll send Lawson Bailey back to the line where he's still looking for his first points. It's the 9th foul by Hayes, but Bailey 0 of 3 from the line this first half, really struggling there, as back in will be Kyrie Scrone for Hayes. Scott City just 5 of 11 at the line in this first half, down 19-10. Make it 6 of 12 as Bailey knocks it down as he'll get the bonus 19-11, 3:30 to go first half. Need to start for Scott City if they're able to string together back-to-back possessions with buckets. And Bailey knocks them both down. And he's now 2 of 4 at the line and makes it a 7-point deficit. Hayes has led it the entire way. We had an early 2-2 tie, but they've outscored Scott City 9-6 in this period to lead 19-12, 3:20 to go first half. Pass thrown away, 10th Hayes turnover. And then in the hands of Rumford, holds it, and then to Bailey. He'll bring it across the 10-second line. Now to Camden Vogelmore, hands it back to Bailey. Scott City just 2 field goals. Bailey will drive in, wrap around to Avery Knoll. He'll drive in, jump stop, hangs. Line drives it home, rebound goes to Vanderweg for Hayes. Missed opportunity for Scott City in transition, layup good. Grown with 4, 21-12 with 2:54 to go first half. Bailey will bring it across, and still Scott City cannot string together a little run in this first half. And back out high to Vogelmore. 2:40 to go first half. Now to the hands of Dylan Metzger. He'll drive in, dish it left baseline, and no for Vogelmore, backside board Metzger, and to Rumford, who loses it, and that's going to be turnover number 8 on Scott City. Here comes Hayes with a 9-point lead in the ball, 2:20 to go second quarter at 21-12. Just a rough shooting performance in this first half for Scott City, but it also hasn't helped that they've committed 8 turnovers, and now open for 3 is Dawson Reuter, and yes, he's got it. His second 3 of the year, and it's 24-12 with 2:10 to go first half. Difference is points off turnovers and points off offensive boards for Hayes. And Scott City just 2 field goals here in the first half, and that's going to be a travel. Turnover number 9 on Scott City. Dylan Duff and Alex Tarango in for Scott City as Dylan Metzger and Camden Vogelmore exit. Hayes will bring in Edwin Moeller with 1:58 to go first half. Hayes leading this one 24-12. They've hit 3 threes in this first half, 2 by a couple of been combined 26% and 33% in the first half, or on the season from three. They combined for 4 threes. Those two coming in that have hit the threes. Here's a steal. Good defense by Scott City. They need to take advantage of it. Just 2 field goals here, down 12. Minute 20 to go first half. Pump fake by Rumford. Now bounce pass to Lawson Bailey. Ball fake. He'll drive, pull up for the deep 2. No. Rebound, last touch by Hayes. It'll still stay with Scott City here with a minute 11 to go second quarter. Scott City still cannot buy a field goal here in this first half. They're down by 12, 24-12. Once they can start hitting some field goals, this is a whole different ball game. Noel with it up top to Dylan Duff. Back to Noel, who wasn't expecting it. And then ball, I'm going to say, last touch by Dawson Reuter here with minute 4 to go as Metzger to return to the lineup. He'll replace Dylan Duff. Inbound into Lawson Bailey, holds it back up top to Metzger. Final minute in this half, and trying to get it to Rumford. And that's going to be a holding foul on Chasen Vanderweg, his second, and double bonus time. Rumford, who has all 5 of his points at the free throw line, he's 5 of 6 there, will get 2 of them this time. Scott City back to the line, and Rumford misses that one in and out. As I say this, they really struggle from the free throw line at home for whatever reason. Sage Steckline in for the first time, the 6'3 junior. Rumford hits that one. He gets 6 of 8 at the line and has all 6 of his points. 24-13, 58 seconds to go first half. Hayes to bring it across right to left. They go left side with the pass to Devin Schmidberger. Now left baseline driving against Vanderweg. Right corner, Mueller for 3. No. Rebound underneath. Put up, yes. Reuter's had a big first half, 26-13 with 40 seconds to go to another offensive putback for the Indians. He has 10 in this first half to lead Hayes. Metzger right corner. Scott City still with only 2 field goals with 25 seconds to go first half. Metzger now right baseline. And now Noel will take the deep 2. That one's short. Rebound Hayes. They've had good shots and just for whatever reason won't drop. And Hayes will go for the final shot for the half. They're on a 16-7 run in this first half or second quarter. Lead 26-13. 5 seconds. 4 with it is Weimer. He'll drive in, kick it left side. 2 second, 1 second. Weimer will fire the 3 off the back iron, and that's your first half. And Scott City down 13 at the break, 26-13. Halftime show to begin in 3 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
If you're women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics, skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm, we are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
For a total of 14 rebounds. For Scott City, they were led by Jackson Rumford. All 6 of his points came from the free throw line, where he was 6 of 8 from the line in the first half. He officially did not attempt a 2-point basket in that second quarter. We'll get to the shooting woes for Scott City in the first half here a little bit later on. After that, it was 3 on a second quarter 3 for Dylan Metzger. Lawson Bailey with 2 free throws and Avery Noel with a 2-point basket. 26-13 your halftime scores. Hayes outscored Scott City 16-7 in that second quarter. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll come back with the rest of your first half stats to get you set up for the second half of play. 26-13 Hayes has doubled up Scott City to the break. Back in 2 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
When it comes to insurance, you don't want anyone setting you up with the policy.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Weathers Land and Livestock wishes the Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-2023 season. They are proud to support the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 KSKL. Hard work, dedication, persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and in the classroom. Good luck, Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
Back here, 26-13 is your halftime score. Hayes with the lead over Scott City. As we take a look at the first half stats, Hayes has shot the ball pretty well at 50% in the first half, 10 of 20. They come in as a field goal shooting team at 43%. But the main story is how many are their high percentage shots they have gotten in the first half. Hayes is 7 of 8 on 2-point baskets in the first half. That's what's carried them to lead. They're just 3 of 12 on threes. And from the free throw line, the Indians are 3 of 6. On the other hand, Scott City, well, it's not good when you shoot under 20% from the floor. They're just 2 of 14 from the field and 14%, 1 of 5 on threes, and 1 of 9 on 2-point baskets. They've gotten to the foul line 15 times and have hit 8 free throws in the first half. That's hurt them as well. Just north of 50% at the foul line. Foul trouble for both teams. Lawson Bailey has 2 for Scott City, played through it. Kamani Archie, Chase, and Vanderweg with 2, and then Kaiser Fox with 3 fouls for Hayes. Scott City remain at home on Friday. They're going to host Ulysses in their lone matchup with the Tigers this year. Ulysses has the night off, and then it's Lakin next Tuesday. That'll wrap up a 3-game homestand here for Scott City. Then after that, they only have 1 more home game, and that's on Valentine's Day with Colby. Hayes will host Dodge City on Friday, and then they go to the Roundhouse in McPherson on Tuesday next week for McPherson. They will wrap up. They'll have 3 in a row on the road in mid-stages of February and then end the regular season at home against Great Bend. And it'll be Scott City's ball to begin the third quarter. They will have Dylan Metzger, Lawson Bailey, also Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, and Jackson Rumford. Hayes will have out there Chasen Vanderweg, also Kyrie Scrone, Kamani Archie, Jack Weimer, as well as Devin Schmidberger. Third quarter officially underway. Left side to Lawson Bailey. Up top to Metzger, now goes to Alex Tarango. Tarango puts it on the floor. He'll hand it off to Metzger, high-low end, but pass is intercepted. That was just a good defensive play by Hayes. It was a good idea that time, but the recovery defense, the help defense has been good for Hayes tonight. Scott City's 10th turnover, and Hayes with their first crack at it here in this third quarter. Weimer with it. They'll go around the left corner to Kyrie Scrone. Scrone with it up top to Weimer, and now right side over to Vanderweg. They'll work it around left side to Schmidberger. Opening minute of this third quarter. That was good defense. Alex Tarango forced the bobble by Groen, and both teams with a possession and a turnover here in this second half. It almost is like how the first half went. And we got Avery Knoll being tripped up by Kamani Archie. That's his third. First of the half on Hayes with 7:12 to go third quarter. Coach Sean Dryland didn't like the call. Inbound in. Knoll gets it to Dylan Metzger. Metzger with it in the backcourt. He's guarded by Weimer. He probably got away with a carry there. And now here's Tarango to Bailey left side. The lob it in to Rumford, the left block. Immediately triple team. Back up top to Metzger, left corner to Bailey. He'll launch for a three. Short. Rebound tipped around. Still pinballed around, and it's going to trickle out of bounds. Hayes will touch it last. And Scott City will get another crack at it as they're now 2 of 15 on threes here tonight, or on field goals tonight, with 6:49 to go third quarter. Knoll with it up top to Rumford. Hands it off to Metzger. Gets a screen, drives left side, cut off, and now to Knoll. Entry feed into Rumford, backing his way in. His little hook shot is good. He has his first field goal. He has 8, 26-15, 6:36 to go third quarter. If you're Scott City, you got to continue to work the offense in, get Rumford touches, and then work from there. Hayes will immediately double team and triple team you. And underneath, ball knocked away, and turnover number 12. Scott City can get this back down to a single-digit game here with 6:18 to go third quarter. Bailey with it. Now up top to Jackson Rumford. And uses up a dribble, bounce pass left side. He goes to Avery Knoll, pulls up in the paint. Now Metzger holds it. He'll drive into trying to almost double dribble it again. Here's Tarango. He'll draw the block on the floor on Hayes. That'll be their second foul to half with exactly 6 minutes to go third quarter. They'll get Kyrie's Groen with his first. Edwin Mueller to check in. He'll replace Groen. This is a team that starts 4 seniors and plays one off the bench. Into Rumford, up top to Lawson Bailey. Here's a screen from Metzger. Wanted to take the three, but guarded. He'll drive in, then flip it to Knoll. With 5:52 to go third quarter. Then back somehow to Metzger. He'll try a straightaway triple, no. Rebound, Alex Tarango fought hard for it, but could not grab it into the hands of Schmidberger for Hayes. And here's Hayes with the ball. Weimer behind the back dribble. Now goes left side to Schmidberger. He'll draw the blocking foul on Alex Tarango. That'll be his second, team's first of the half with 5:36 to go third quarter. Scott City had a couple opportunities there but could not connect. Still, the Beavers have not been able to string together a run here tonight. Hayes has been the only one that's been able to. But Scott City, if they can get a defensive stop here, still has that chance. Right corner to Mueller, and now the ball is going to be thrown to the backcourt, and that's going to be a turnover. Hayes lets it roll out of bounds. That goes all the way toward the end of the Scott City bench, and the 14th Hayes High turnover of the night, right at their season average here at 5:23 to go third quarter. Up top to Dylan Metzger, left side to Lawson Bailey. And it goes to Jackson Rumford. Rumford holds it, now works out of a double team. Almost hits the deck. Bailey steps back. He'll drive in. His line drive shot, and he's hacked. He'll get 2 free throws. That was a call that was made by the far official through traffic. The foul on Edwin Mueller, his second, team's third of the half, with 5:10 to go third quarter. Correction, that's Mueller's first foul, and the team's third. 2 free throws for Lawson Bailey. He's 2 of 5 at the line tonight. That's where all of his points have come, and that one will trickle in and make it 26-16. And for the first time this game, Scott City has strung together possessions of points here with 5:10 to go third stanza. Bailey trying to make this a 9-point game, and he will. He's hit his last 4 free throws. He's now 4 of 7 to the line. Scott City 10 of 17, and they're back to within 9. Hayes yet to score this half. They're on a 4-minute drought. 5 minutes to go third quarter. Up top with it is Weimer. Goes right side with the pass to Devin Schmidberger in the right corner to Chasen Vanderweg. He'll skip it over left side to Weimer. Bounce pass left corner to Edwin Mueller. Scott City in the zone, almost stolen away. Now with it is Vanderweg and a whistle, and they get Rumford with a push. That'll be his second, team's second of the half with 4:47 to go third period, as Coach Sean Dreiling will send in Landon Clark and Dawson Reuter to the lineup. 4:47 to go third quarter. Scott City has done a good job of limiting opportunities for Weimer to hit some shots. Hayes will throw it up top here in the hands of Devin Schmidberger. Hayes is leading scorer coming in tonight on the bench right now, but Dawson Reuter's answered the call there with 10 points. With it now is Landon Clark. 26-17, Hayes' lead with the ball. 4:32 to go third quarters. They have not scored here at this half. As we're 3.5 minutes in, they have not had a field goal in over 4 minutes. Scott City's played pretty good defense for the most part, hanging, shooting, leaving it short that time. But Hayes hustles for the rebound, and underneath, fight for the ball. And they're going to call a timeout to save the possession here with 4:15 to go third quarter. What's really killed Scott City is too many opportunities for Hayes. They have an offensive board there. Basketball tonight brought to you by First National Bank Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, DeKalb Bear, Shells Flyers, and more Brookover Cattle Company, Burning Farms Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Barley Green, B&H Paving, and American Implement. And so Scott City's played pretty good defense for the most part tonight. Just Hayes has been able to make their shots. Scott City has been unable to. Scott City with only 3 field goals all night. And they're still in the ball game, down 26-17 with 4:15 here in the third. Out of the Hayes timeout. As they save the possession, they'll get it into Dawson Reuter. Now out high to Vanderweg. Off a screen right side. Here's a 3, launched too strong. The rebound, that time by Vanderweg, and he'll score it. And another offensive putback for Hayes, and they are now up 28-17 with 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Vanderweg with the basket, and Hayes has owned the glass on Scott City tonight. They lead it by 11, 3:50 to go, third quarter into Rumford. Catches it, now skips it over to left side. Here's a Metzger 3. Banks off, and the rebound to Hayes. Edwin Muller with it. They'll run it across in transition. Layup blocked by Noel, but he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws. Noel, the foul is first, team's third. That was a good look for Metzger at high for 3, but could not knock it down, and Hayes at the line up 11 here with 3:36 to go, third quarter. Reuter is 3 of 4 at the line. He has a team-high 10 points for Hayes. Hayes tonight 3 of 6 from the line and make it 4 of 7. 29-17 with 3:36 to go, third quarter. Kaiser Fox in for Hayes. Out is Alex Tarango, and back in is Dylan Duff for Scott City. The Indians, the last 3 of the ball game, make it the last 4 as they go back up 30-17. Both teams have traded 4 runs in this third quarter. 3:35 to go, third quarter. The Beavers just 3 field goals all night, and yet they're still to within 13. That's probably the more impressive stat. Metzger with it, gets a screen, drives right side to the foul line, left side to Duff. Back up top to Metzger here with 3:18 to go, third quarter. Been good tight defense by Hayes. Right corner to Avery Knoll. Trying to get it into Rumford, gets it right baseline, gets it poked away to Rumford by Hayes as their help defense has been solid all night. Still going to be Beaver basketball. Nolda triggered in, will throw it up top to Lawson Bailey, and now to Dylan Metzger. Metzger with it, right side pass to Avery Knoll. Into Rumford, catches it right block, pivots as he goes up, he's fouled. That'll be the 4th team foul on Hayes this quarter with 3:02. I think is it going to be a shooting foul? Landon Clark commits the foul, though. It's his first, and they will say it's a 2-shot foul. Rumford with 8 points, 6 of those from the line, where he's 6 of 8. Scott City tonight, 10 of 17 from the line. Free throw too strong. Jeez. With 3:02 to go, third quarter. Rumford now 6 of 9 at the line. Free throw number 2, good. He's 7 of 10 and has 9. 30-18, 3:01 to go, third quarter. He has his 9 of Scott City's 18 points. Hayes with it. Fox taking to the front court to Schmidberger to left. He'll hold it out high. Hayes with a 12-point lead in the ball. 2:45 to work, third quarter. Moeller with it. Up top now to Dawson Reuter. Goes right with the pass to Kaiser Fox. Fox will drive in. He'll lay it up and too strong, but he'll draw a foul. That'll be Scott City's 4th foul of the quarter. Avery Knoll will commit the 2nd foul for him. And 2 free throws for Landon Clark. His 2nd trip of the year to the line. He is 2 of 2. First to 2 off the back iron. Correction, that is Kaiser Fox. He's 7 of 14 at the line this year. And if he's a true 50% free throw shooter, he's going to hit this 2nd one. And he does. 31-18, 2:36 to go, third period. Pressure in the backcourt by Hayes. Scott City trails by a baker's dozen. Noel in the front court with the dribble. Now finds Lawson Bailey. He'll drive right side, pull up in the paint, jumper, good, he knocks it down. His first field goal, he has 6, and it's 31-20 with 2:18 to go third quarter, and Scott City's doubled their field goal performance here in this third quarter. Hayes with numbers, left baseline open from 17, ramming off, but the rebound underneath and the follow-up is good. Too many second chance opportunities for Hayes, and they lead 33-20. Timeout Hayes with 2:06 to go third quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. But Scott City's cashed in, or Hayes has rather cashed in on 8 offensive boards tonight. Scott City has been out-rebounded 18-6 tonight, and they trail 33-20. That's part of it. Hayes has hit 12 field goals in the ball game. Scott City just 4. Turnovers pretty even. That's not really the story, even though Hayes with 14, Scott City with 10. The true story just comes down to field goals and second chance opportunities tonight. And it's 33-20 Hayes with 2:06 to go third quarter. They've been able to maintain their 13-point lead at the break as it's still at 13 points. Scott City has not been able to get any kind of a run other than a 4 run to begin the second half. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be team foul number 5 on Hayes. The Beavers tonight at the line, 3 of 4 in this quarter, 11 of 19 for the game. And that foul is on Kaiser Fox, his 4th with 2:03 to go third quarter. Already 5 fouls on Hayes this half. As Kyrie's grown for Kaiser Fox, who picked up that 4th foul. Noel to inbound it, gets it to Metzger in the backcourt. Scott City had it to within 9 early part of this third quarter, about 5 minutes to go. But Hayes has been able to stretch it back up to 13. Nice give and go Rumford. Ball fake now to Duff. Back up top to Metzger. Pump fakes on the 3. Minute 45 as he drive in, floats one up. Fade away, no. Rebound tipped up in the air. And it's still loose, and it's Avery Noel who collects it for Scott City, an offensive board for the Beavers. Spin move by Rumford, goes up and he's fouled. He'll get 2 more free throws. With 1:34 to go third quarter. The foul is on Jason Vanderweg, his 3rd. So Rumford, 8 of 10 at the line. And make it 8 and 11 as he rims that one off. Camden Volgamore also Volgamore Trangoin, excuse me. Free throw for Rumford. He knocks that one down. He has 10. 33-21, 1:34 to go third quarter. Scott City a little pressure, but Hayes will break it and a whistle and a push out high on Rumford. That'll be his 3rd foul with 90 seconds to go third quarter. And the team's 4th, make that 5th of the half. Correction, that's just his 2nd. I beg your pardon. I don't know who that other foul was on. Thought that was just his 3rd, but I guess it's just his 2nd. 1:25 to go third quarter. 33-21 your score. Clark with it. Now back up top. It'll go to Edwin Moeller. Moeller with it. Minute 15 to go third period. Bounce pass almost thrown away, and it is by Rumford. 15th turnover. Scott City can get this back down to a 10-point game or maybe even more. Or fewer, I should say. Rumford pivots. Nice backdoor cut. Tarango reverse layup. He loses it out of bounds trying to go up for the shot, and Scott City will turn it over for the 11th time. That was a good idea that time, but Tarango lost it as he was going up for the shot. Dawson Reuter, Jack Weimer back in for Hayes with 1:02 to go third quarter. Scott City is going to apply some full court pressure. 1-2-2. Look to trap here. Weimer, and now goes to Groen to Landon Clark. 55 seconds to go third quarter to Groen. He'll take it in the front court. Pass to Weimer. He's been held to 5 points. I think Scott City would take that. Vanderweg with it. He's been held to 4. He averages 11. But it's been Dawson Reuter with 12 points tonight to lead Hayes off the bench, averaging 5.5. 35 seconds here in the third as Hayes pulls it out, and they're going to run some clock with a 12-point lead, 33-21. All right, now Scott City facing their lowest point total of the year here. 20 seconds to go. Vanderweg thought about taking the three, doesn't now underneath. Shot knocked away, and then, or shot, it looked like it was a shot tip, but it wasn't. Clark will pull it back out with 8 seconds. Up top to Weimer with 6. With 5, 4, Weimer drives in, gets it stripped, and loses it, and then it's stripped again, and Hayes cannot get a shot up, and that's the end of your third quarter. That was a good defensive effort for Scott City, but they trail by 12 going in the fourth quarter at 33-21. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Turnover on Hayes. Scott City needs to start taking advantage of these turnovers here if they want to have a chance to come back and win this one. As Hayes will apply some man-to-man full court pressure. Nolda inbounded in, a whistle. And we got a foul away from the ball. And I believe it's going to be on Hayes. That'll be a holding foul on Landon Clark. That's his second. Team foul number 7. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Scott City here with 7:45 to go. And I believe it'll be Metzger to shoot the 1-and-1 where he's 0 for 2 tonight at the line. He has just a 3-point basket. Scott City 12 of 21 at the line. Hayes just 6 of 10. Metzger trying to get his 4th point here with 7:45 to go. Front of the 1-and-1. That one bounces around and drops in. He'll get the bonus, 33-22. As I mentioned, Scott City's been only able to get it no closer than 9 in this second half after Hayes built up a 13-point lead. And the free throw is good for Metzger. He has 5. It's back down to a 10-point game. First seconds of the fourth quarter, 33-23. See, Scott City's played pretty decent defense here tonight. Dawson Reuter leads Hayes with 12. Driving in and pull up in the paint, and that is good. Landon Clark with 4 points all this half. Comes in averaging 135-23, 7:28 to go. Scott City just 4 field goals all night. 14 of their 23 points are at the line. That's usually not a recipe for a victory. 7:14 to go. Nice touch pass into Rumford. Pivots. Or they say he was touched, and he gets the finger roll layup in for his 12th point. 35-25, 7:03 to go. Is just a second field goal. He is 8 of 12 from the line and has 12 points. Is Rumford. It's 35-25, 6:50 to go in this one. Right side with it is Landon Clark, out high guarded tightly by Metzger. Now to Dawson Reuter. Reuter and now goes to Jack Weimer. He'll pull up at the foul line. His runner rimming in and out, and rebound loose. It's still loose, and we're going to have a fight for it. It'll be a tie-up. It'll still be Scott City's ball on the possession arrow. Weimer's been held to just 5 points tonight. Here with 6:35 to go, and Scott City can inch a little more closer here as back in is Kamani Archie to replace Dawson Reuter. Out of all the shooting goals for Scott City, they're still in this game. Inbound in and a whistle, and that's going to be a violation off the inbounds on Hayes. It's a warning. As they say, Chase Vanderweg committed the the mistake there. And now with his Rumford, he's double teamed, and Coach Brian Gentry gets a timeout. It's going to be a full. Let's take it as well with 6:32 to go. Back in 1 minute, Beavers down by 10 with the ball. This is Scott City basketball.
Great Western Tire is happy to be a part of
it. 35-25, Scott City down 10 with 6.5 to go. They have a chance to get it down to 8. That'd be the closest it's been in a while. Scott City just 5 field goals all night. Still much of the part of this game. Underneath, here's Avery Knoll off the glass, and it's an 8-point game. He has 4, 35-27 with 6:15 to go. And Scott City has started this second quarter on a 6-2 run, and they're back to within 8. Still 6 minutes to go in this one. See if they can continue the defense here. Been kind of a quiet gym, and a nice shot and a foul by Dylan Metzger. Has a nice cut to the basket by Archie. He has got 2 free throws. Metzger just his first foul, team 6th. Archie with 2 free throws here with 6 minutes exactly to go. Hayes is just 6 of 10 at the line. Scott City is 14 of 23. Archie 41%, just 2 points for him, and that one rims in and out. Back in will be Devin Schmidberger. He'll replace Kyrie Scone. Other than a couple of players for Hayes, this is not a very good free throw shooting team. But Archie, he'll hit 1 out of 2 and make it 36-27 with 6 minutes to go. And Scott City has it to the 9. They can inch a little closer if they can get a basket here. But almost a turnover. Now they break the fast break press, or the full court pressure to say Noel with it. 36-29 with 5:46 to go, and Scott City's back to within 7. Noel with back-to-back baskets. He's got a half a dozen. Scott City with 3 field goals already in this fourth quarter, and they pulled it within 7, and almost a steal high by Rumford, and then losing the dribble, and it's going to go into the backcourt. That's over and back on Hayes, their 17th turnover, and Scott City can get a little closer as maybe there's starting to get a little bit more life in this gym with 5:29 to go. Scott City back to within 7, the closest they've been since early second quarter. They get it to Lawson Bailey, tightropes the baseline, and it gets it stripped and stolen away. 12th turnover. Good defense by Hayes there. 36-29, 5:19 to go. With it is Weimer. He'll drive in. His layup good and 1. Boy, that one hurts. 38-29 with 5:15 to go. And points off turnovers once again for Hayes. The foul on Alex Tarango was 3rd with 5:15 to go. And Weimer is 75% free throw shooter. He has 7. Looking for point number 8 here. Free throw, good. 39-29, just like that. Maybe a 5 to 6 point swing there, points there with 5:12 to go. And Scott City had the momentum. That'll break that. Rumford turns down the deep 3. Finds Metzger left wing, and that's going to be a travel on Metzger. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers with 5:03 to go. You hope that possession, Scott City down 7, where they turned the ball over and had the momentum, isn't the momentum changer for Hayes here with 5 minutes to go in this one. 39-29, the Indians with the 10-point lead in the ball, and it's a stolen away and a turnover. Here's the numbers for Noel. He's going to take it all the way. He'll lay it up, blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Archie, his 4th, with 4:48 left. Team foul number 8 on Hayes off their 18th turnover of the night, and Noel to the line for 2 free throws, where he's 46% on the year. if you're Scott City, you almost want Archie in there because of his not good free throw shooting. And free throw good for Knoll. He has the last 5 for Scott City, 39-30 with 4:48 left. Reuter back in, as well as Kaiser Fox. Hayes starting to pick up some fouls here. And Knoll has 6 in the quarter, ties his point total from Friday night with 8. 39-31, back to an 8-point game. 4:44 to go. Scott City's not been able to get any closer than 7 in this second half. With it is Weimer, bounce pass up top. Here's a 3 on the way, rimming and off. Rebound Avery Knoll. That was put up by Reuter. Knoll has been big in this fourth quarter with Scott City. Here's a foul high on Weimer, his first. Team foul number 9, and a 1-1 for Dylan Metzger. And with 4:26 to go, Scott City can get some points at the line without any time running off the clock. As back in will be Edwin Moeller. He'll replace Landon Clark. 1-1 for Metzger. Free throw good. He'll get the bonus. 39-32. 4:26 to go, so Scott City has countered Hayes' three-point play with 3 free throws of their own. 4:26 to go. Quiet Jim. Metzger sinks them both. He's 4-4 at the line. Scott City now 18 of 27 at the line for the game, and they're back to within 6. 4:22 to go. 39-33. Scott City on a 12-3 run here, or make that 12-6 run in this fourth quarter. A whistle and a foul on Scott City. That'll be on Jackson Rumford, his third here with 4:12 to go. And it's going to be a 1-1, I believe, here for Moeller. It's the 8th foul on Scott City. So Moeller, who is 2 of 4 at the line this year, checks in to shoot a 1-1. Free throw is good. He'll get the bonus, and it's 40-33 with 4:12 to go. Hopefully he's a true 50% free throw shooter, misses this next one. Hayes, by the way, is now 3 of 4 at the line in the fourth quarter. 9 of 14 for the game and 10 of 15. 41-33, they hit them both. And the first points for the 6-foot junior averages 4.5 points a game. Halfway through this fourth quarter, 8-point Hayes lead. Scott City with the ball. Metzger turns down the 3. He'll drive in, floater in the paint. Short rebound. And the hands of Dawson Reuter. Had a good look at it, but missed just a little short there with 3:55 to go. Scott City has hit 3 field goals in this fourth quarter after having just 5 through the first 3 quarters. 41-33, and see if the Beavers can get a defensive stop here with 3:40 to go in this one. Hayes has stepped up, though, in the fourth quarter, as is Scott City at the foul line. And now Hayes will run some time off the clock with an 8-point lead at 3.5 to go. Right side to Kaiser Fox. He'll drive in. His layup is good. That's a big basket. 43-33. Back to a 4-possession game with 3:20 to go. Hayes coming up with some timely possessions here down the stretch. Metzger left side. Scott City had it to within 6 moments ago. It's knocked down to 10 and a miscommunication and a turnover. Here's Hayes racing down the floor, and the layup is good and 1 for Fox. He now has 5 in the last 4, 45-33 with 3:06 to go. Scott City's turnovers have come at bad times here. Lawson Bailey commits the foul, his third. And just like that, Scott City with 9 fouls in the half. 45-33, 3:06 to go, and Hayes on a 7-0 run. 46-33 with 3:06 to go. As Fox, the 6'1 junior, with the last 5 of the ball game for Hayes, he has 6 for tonight. Boy, this turnovers have killed Scott City in opportune times, but here's a run for 3. Bounces off. Rebound, Avery Knoll. And there's Metzger for 3. No. Rebound, Knoll with it. He will go up. He'll draw contact. Just the second foul on Dawson Reuter. And it's double bonus time for Scott City. Knoll with 7 rebounds unofficially tonight. Scott City's done a better job on the boards in the fourth quarter, but they're down 13 and down 12. Knoll with 9, 46-34 with 2:42 to go. It's now 46-34. That'll end the 7-0 Hayes run. Second free throw, no, but rebound Rumford goes up and he's fouled by Schmidberger. He'll have 2 more free throws. Good hustle on the rebound by Rumford. He'll get 2 more free throws. He has 12 points. And Monty Archie in for Hayes after this first free throw attempt for Rumford here with 2:41 to go. Rumford's first, nothing but net. 46-35. As Monty Archie in to replace Dawson Reuter. Just 8 field goals tonight here for Scott City. They only had 2 at the break. Rumford swishes them both. Brian Gentry wants time. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here. As Scott City with 3 free throws in the last 4 makes it 46-36 with 2:41 to go. Scott City down to 2 timeouts left. They battled hard here tonight. Scott City in this fourth quarter, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're 9 of 10 at the line. 21 of 31 for the game. 21 of the 36 points have come from the line tonight. Down to 2:41 to go, and unfortunately KU wins tonight. 90-78. .238 to go. In the front court to Kamani Archie. Now over it goes to Jack Weimer. Bounce pass up top to Schmidberger. Back over to Weimer. 2:25 to work, and Hayes will run some time up 10. Right corner it goes to Fott, or correction, that's Schmidberger. 2:13 left. 46-36, Hayes up by 10. And a whistle and a foul up top, and that'll send Weimer, one of their better free throw shooters, to line for 2 free throws. Jackson Rumford picks up foul number 4 with 2:03 to go. Hayes has been pretty good at the foul line in this fourth quarter. Free throw for Weimer is short. 2, 4, 6, 7. They have been 7 times. They are 4 of 7. Make it 5 of 8. And it's 47-36 with 2:03 to go. So an 11-point game. Scott City had it to within 6. Then a 7-0 run by Hayes really squashed the effort. Underneath the Rumford, power dribble, reverse layup, missed it, got his own rebound, and he's fouled. He's held by Schmidberger, his third, with 1:47 to go. 14 for Rumford. He'll get 2 more free throws. Hugetson and Holcomb, that'll be a foul on Kaiser Fox instead, his 5th. He'll foul out with 6 points. 1:47 to go. Chase Vanderweg checks in. Free throw good for Rumford. So Hugetson and Holcomb going to double overtime, tied at 58. Rumford's second free throw is good as well. He'll make it 47-38. 1:47 to go, and back to a 10-point game. Or 9-point game, excuse me. Minute 40 to work in this one. Weimer with it. Devin Schmidberger back over to Weimer. Right side to Vanderweg. Back up top it'll go. They'll work around the perimeter left to Weimer. Minute 25 to go. Rumford can't foul. He has 4 fouls. And Metzger fouls Moeller, who's a 50% free throw shooter, who's due to miss 2 free throws. Double bonus time for Hayes. A minute 20 to go. Metzger's third foul with 1:20 to go. 4. Free throw is good. He is 3 of 3 at the line. He'll have 4 free throw attempts tonight after having 4 free throw attempts all year on the varsity. 48-38, 1:20 to go. Free throw number 2 is good. Hayes now 7 of 9 in the fourth quarter. They lead at 49-38. They're 13 of 19 for the game from the charity line. Minute 13 to go. Lob left side to Metzger for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Bailey tips it up, but into the hands of Schmidberger. And Hayes trying to draw the foul here. Scott City yet to foul. Final minute of this one. 11-point game. Scott City gave it a good effort tonight, but they're going to get a blocking foul on Metzger. That's his 4th. That'll send Moeller back to the line. He has all 4 of his points in the fourth quarter from there. And Hayes will shoot 2 more free throws. 5-6. They're 8 of 10 from the line in the fourth quarter. Make it 9 of 11. Oh, it rolls in 50 to 38. Excuse me. 52.8 to go. This one about done here. Second free throw good. 51-38. All 6 of Muller's points are at the line in the fourth quarter. And back to a 13-point Hayes lead just like that. 45 seconds to go. They'll lob it back to, or it's off the backboard, and it's into the hands of Vanderweg, and a turnover in transition underneath. Back up top. Hayes will pull it out off the 16th Scott City turnover. 30 seconds to go in this one. Hayes up by 13. And the Indians will sweep it, and they'll win their 4th straight in the series. And they're going to dribble this one out. Wasn't pretty. Scott City had it to within a fighting chance there. They had it to within 39-33 with 4:26 to go. And both teams the score will be even, 25-25 in the second half. 51-38 your final. Scott City drops to 7-8 on the year. Hayes improves to 7-6. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.